Welcome guys to Aurawest Tarot. My name is Wes and we'll be doing your tarot reading today. Yes. So this video is what you need to know right now, and I'm going to give you a brief description of what we'll be covering today in this video. The point of this video was initially supposed to be something where it was something that was coming in from the universe, what particular events, situations, or whatever that you needed to know, and I was supposed to kind of cover that, but the last version of this video was just a complete mess. It ended up being like almost 4.5 hours or something like that, and it was too many different categories and whatnot, so I canceled it. I have refined the format this time, and so hopefully we'll have a better video that is more related to what you actually need to know. And it will include some advice, so if you do get a negative outcome or something that you don't like about whatever is coming through, it'll generally, the advice will hopefully help clarify what action you need to take. Now, the reality is that, when we get 10 of Pentacles or something like that, or 10 of Cups, those are good cards in tarot, but, it's this kind of notion that things just fall in our lap, and, in life that doesn't really happen. So, my reads are generally as realistic as they can be, but for that reason can be a bit negative sometimes, and some people don't like that, so just be warned. I always tell people, if it's not your story, don't make it apply, okay? But the point of this is to help us grow as people, okay? Not to keep us in fantasy land. Okay, so some of the messages will be positive, I think, and some of them may not be as positive, and it just depends. But I am going to try and give you clarity around that and why it's happening. Okay, so I do have some brand new candles I bought, so I'm pretty happy about that. Got some incense going. I think the mood's right, so let's get started. Yes. And lastly, there might be some hiccups in this video. I haven't done it before. This is a brand new format, so we'll just see how it goes. But don't flame me if it sucks. We're just going to try it, right? Alright, we're going to start with Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Oh, and timestamps will be down in the comment section down below. You guys should know that by now if you watch my channel and you subscribe. I'll add those in the comment section. Yes. Alright, can we get a general message for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, please? Okay. General message for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. What's the first message we got? Ooh. We got Three of Swords, some Libra energy. Why is that happening for our Sagittarius? Ooh. More Libra energy with the Two of Swords. How about that? Okay. Alright. So Sagittarius, your first message, Three of Swords. This is probably indicating that you've got some painful situation that you probably are dealing with currently or are going to be dealing with it. But, when I did design this reading, it's generally current messages. So for most of you, maybe dealing with a situation. Now, I'm going to let you know something, that with the Three of Swords, it is a card that is strongly around just emotional pain, something that really kind of struck a chord. But I can't talk about a third-party situation, and I'll kind of clarify why I think that in a second here. But so some of you may be dealing with that. Why is it happening? Two of Swords. So there might have been some unfortunate kind of paralysis by analysis, not really knowing which way things are going. I think in some ways you probably wanted to have clarity on the situation, but you just couldn't quite find it. So it's, if you can't really make a decision, stagnation unfortunately sometimes does lead to things ending. It might have been this person, if you're in a situation or were in a relationship with this person, and maybe it was just a short-term thing, like you got together and it's only been a couple of weeks or something like that, and it's already kind of failing. One of these get together, break up, get together, break up kind of situations. But there's a lot of a difficult decision, something that was not really resolved in some ways, something where you're caught in the middle, essentially. And it's maybe if there was a third-party situation, and most times I don't really jump right to the third-party thing, but, in this particular context I did, so I almost wonder in some cases if you knew about potentially somebody else was in the background, and that's what was keeping up in limbo. Are they going to pick me? Should I really even be in this situation? You know, a lot of things can come to mind. Your future action here is the Star, so it is suggesting here that you are going to be optimistic and going to hope. Hope that, you know, if this person is in a third party, they're going to choose you. If it's not that, then perhaps you're just being optimistic, that you're hoping that this situation, and for others of you, it might not even be related to love at all. This could be some difficult situation as far as, like, perhaps you got fired from your job. Maybe some of you basically got some bad news about something. I mean, whatever is going to cause some serious emotional tension, that can apply to. And if we all, you know, let's just say, for example, you got a medical bill that came in for $5,000. Damn, well, you're about to take vacation. That's a real shitter to basically find out. Put you in your mind a little bit about it. But maybe you're optimistic that you can talk to customer service and resolve it. You know, that's one shitty example. I mean, my examples aren't really the best, but you get the idea. Okay, the outcome, but I do get a sense, once again, this is probably a third-party situation. I'm going to be honest with you, it seems like a relationship kind of context here. There might be a concern around somebody else interfering with your lover or whoever you've been dealing with. And all these messages are just going to be generalized, so love, career, whatever might come out, who knows. Six of Cups, though, does suggest, though, that there will be... the card can go a lot of ways, and that's what I don't like about the Six of Cups, because it can talk about sometimes equal give-and-take relationships, things that are sometimes good, but it can also talk about your past. So I almost wonder in some case if it's just going to be, you know, something that sinks through the cracks type thing. I think you're going to be optimistic that things will turn around, but I think you're going to be in limbo for a while. I don't really get, I mean, this is Cups, like I said, it can be a good card, but I'm not really feeling that right now. And the reason is your advice is suggesting the Three of Wands, is that there needs more action. So for that to be the advice, probably suggests that it is something that's just going to be stagnating or in the past type thing. I don't know. I think you are going to be optimistic, though, through it. Alright, let's get another message here. Let's see what else comes out for you. Probably should have put a little more format. Let's get another message for our lovely Sagittarius. Give me one more message for no message on what Sagittarius needs to know right now. Oh. Whoa. Sagittarius. I'm gonna put that back. I want to see what else comes out. No, I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Gotta keep some suspense. Yes. But it was very interesting. But, no. Why is it happening? What do I need to know? What does the wall need to know? Ah, that is what I was suspecting. That, Sagittarius, is what I was suspecting, and you're probably like, what, Wes? What is it? I'm going to tell you a little bit. I will. Whoa. Okay, cool. Whoa. One of this is related to your first message, honestly. I pretty much already called it. Alright. Sagittarius, here's your second message. So, what you need to know is, lovers, once again, I'm pretty certain this has got to be related to your first message. Something about a soulmate connection, somebody that you're really deeply affectionate about. Why is it happening? Look what the universe brought you. Tower. There's going to be a massive push from the universe. Now the Tower, let's not sugarcoat it, is a horrible card sometimes. And it can be a good card too. The bad part is with the Tower is generally destruction, chaos, upheaval. So, what did we learn from the first message? We learned from the first message that you're going through some type of heartbreak or something along those lines, or some pain. So, that has to be that Tower. Something must have happened where you had a disconnect, or things didn't go your way, and that was that Tower happening. And it was probably over some connection that you really wanted. Possibly, I would think. Future action towards the situation. Once again, just like the first message, the Star. Having hope. Interesting. Although, this time around, the outcome is the Two of Swords, and it's going to the Queen of Cups. Difficult decision about being romantically open or having this particular person, whoever they are, offering their cup to you, but at a more deep level. Could be more, this is a more mature person. This is not like, and when we see the Queen of Cups here, this is not going to be your guy or girl that's dicking around and stuff like that, just throwing some sassy comments or something like that. This is going to be somebody that's in it for the long haul, a deep connection. And that seems to be weighing on your mind here, Sagittarius. It's like, I want something deeper, something that really is going to stand the test of time. And I want somebody that's going to understand me inside and out, not fucking somebody that's just going to throw around, love ya. Love ya. No, love you. I love you, not love ya. None of that shit. Okay. Your advice, just like the previous message, I guess the universe really wanted to nail it in. Instead of giving you two different messages here, Sagittarius, wanted to nail it in with the second message that was borderline the same thing in some ways, but a little bit different. The Chariot. So that's suggesting that make sure you make things happen for yourself. Okay, the Chariot is this forward movement, heavy forward movement. It's not stagnation. It's not waiting on an answer. Okay, if this is what you're manifesting and you're like, I hope things work out. This would be amazing if we had this situation. The universe is saying, don't sit on your ass and do that. Take action. Make something happen. Because if there is a third party from the first message, that's your competition. So, you have two real situations there. One, you don't know about this person, and potentially this reading's revealing that. Okay? The second thing is you do know about this person. Okay? Whatever the case is, if you're in a disconnect with this person, okay, there's obviously a disconnect for a reason. Something's happening. It doesn't just come out of the woodwork and then one day it's like, oh, well, we have a disconnect. There's a reason for that. Okay, either this person's romantically just disinterested in you because of things you've been doing, or there's another person that's in the picture causing problems. Okay, wandering eye. Okay, if that's the case and you want to fight for this person, you like this person, and it's suggesting with the lovers there that you probably do, then I would suggest that with the advice is that you need to take action basically as far as being a little bit dominant, trying to make things happen, removing those obstacles, conquer forwards, basically express your love. Don't sit in limbo. This isn't going to get you anywhere. This will. By the time that you're done with this person's already in the other city. So it's like, it may not be a perfect journey, but hey, take action. And it seems like a lot, just like I think I said in the first message you got, paralysis by analysis. Don't let yourself get into that. Alright, let's move on from this. What's coming in for Sagittarius from the universe? What do I, Sagittarius, need to know? What's the universe bringing in for Sagittarius? General messages. Sagittarius need to know. Happiness, so that is coming in for yours. You might have well, actually, let's see. Reason is happening. Let's find out a little bit first before I talk on it. Jumping the gun. Sag. You got something good coming in here. Okay. That would make sense. Oh, maybe. Why is the universe want this? First one does. Sagittarius, here's what I think. Okay. This is going to apply for some of you, and I know it's not going to be all of you. I think there might be a situation here that may not have gone so hot. Okay? And I think that if it was a third-party situation, you would know, or you don't know, whatever the case is. If there was a disconnect, right, it's generally going to cause, because what comes after the Three of Swords? Four of Swords. Okay? Recovery, but there can be some fears, worries, and stuff like that, which we've already seen given by double Two of Swords, that there's been some decision making, kind of, I'm not so sure, let's sit on the fence a little bit, caught in the middle, I don't really know. Blindfolded, hitting a wall one too many times. Okay? But you probably may have been like kind of frustrated with this, and I almost wonder in some cases if this Tower moment is because of the fact that it's breaking you out of something. Perhaps this is something new that's coming in for you. Why? Because of something that you manifested and you wished for. The universe is giving it to you. But I almost wonder in some cases if you're, because of this past situation that you're recovered from or getting over, if you almost doubt that this can be real in some cases. Can this really be a deep connection? Like, is this person for real? You know? And I almost think the advice in some ways is telling you to make sure to take action towards it. Don't let it slip by, because the universe is bringing it to you. And then what is it going to lead to? Happiness. So that's what's coming in for you. Why? Because you've been sitting rested, the wounded warrior type thing, laying down kind of like, God, I wish the universe will do something about this. Boom. Okay. Why does the universe want this? To give you hope. Put some pep in your step. Yeah. So I think it's going to basically try and ignite you, get you going again. And it, who knows if this is going to last or not, but there could be some opportunity or situation. Maybe it's a past lover, somebody that, you know, hasn't been around for quite some time. It just reappears in your life. And for others of you, it could be someone brand new. I don't know. But whatever this Tower is about seems to be igniting something. And it's going to get things moving. So, awesome, Sagittarius. But anyways, that's what I got for you. I'm going to move on to the next sign. Hope you enjoyed that, Sagittarius. Alright. We're going to go to Taurus next. Taurus, alright. What do you need to know right now? Let's find out. Alright, just got done with Sagittarius. Give me one general message for the zodiac sign of Taurus. What do our Taurus need to know right now? Nine of Cups in reverse. Got some Pisces energy there. Why is it happening? So Taurus. First message coming out for you is the Nine of Cups in reverse. Feeling a little defeated? Maybe a little closed off, not feeling things are going in the right direction. It's not something you really want to toast your chalice to if you really know things are down in the dumps. Nine of Cups in reverse can sometimes signify also being a little codependent. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, that's not me, Wes, and that's fine. You don't have to accept that. Okay? It's not going to be for all of you. But it does indicate in some cases just being a little bit down in the dumps. Feeling like things are not going your way. Perhaps you've been trying. It doesn't mean to say you're not trying. You might have been working your ass off at work. Maybe it's in a relationship. Who knows what. But it just Something is not going well. Okay? Why is it happening? Feeling defeated. That's how I know. Okay? Just giving up. It's not fighting for your beliefs, what you want. In some cases, can even be compromising. Okay? Your future action towards the situation is temperance, suggesting that you are going to try come out of this probably and start to realize that maybe I need to actually find a balance between this. So it does suggest here that you will come around here and you are going to basically find some way to remedy the situation. I think you are going to test the waters, and it may just be trying to, try different things as far as your approach, whatever that may be. This could be something as simple as, like, if you're, let's just say that I'm just saying, like, it'd be like, oh, I'm extremely out of shape or something like that, and I'm just so tired of it, and I just feel like I'm giving up on stuff like that. Perhaps you try something different. You see something that says, hey, if you can lose 20 pounds or you can get really fit in 30 days, maybe you'll try something different. Try and balance it out. See if I can find a way. Maybe I'll eat less carbs, increase my protein or something like that. I don't know. Okay. If this is a relationship of some sort, it's the same thing. Just feeling defeated in it. Just giving up. Maybe you're going to try and work it out with this person. That's possible. Try and see if you can figure out how to make water and fire mix. That's possible. It's the alchemy card. Outcome. It does suggest that you will do just that. There's going to be forward movement, but your advice is suggesting here, keep it up with the King of Wands energy here. Don't let that down. Okay? You might be faced with a lot of challenge here, and you have two energies here. One that's moving forward rapidly and one that's not. Just letting you know. And then we have smack in the center, a card of balance, moderation. Very interesting. So we literally have the scales of not moving forward on the left, well, for me, on the left, and on the right we have moving forward, hardcore. And then we have smack in the middle. So I think you're going to be faced with a decision in Taurus about where your priorities are. What are you aligning with? Okay, and where do you want to go? Alright, suggesting here with temperance also that you can't do everything. Just know that. You cannot do everything. So you do need to basically recognize that you have a lot of power within you. And the King of Wands is somebody that doesn't wait for an answer. He just goes and does it. Like, he knows. He's a confident person, and also suggests you be confident in yourself. You can do it. Okay? So, let's get another message for you. What's the second message for our Taurus? Second message for Taurus, and what does Taurus need to know? Okay, Devil wants to come out, so let's just do that. Queen of Cups. I don't know why that's there in my deck, because it's the wrong deck, but I'm going to take that. And there's one that fell on the floor, so we'll take that too. Amen. Alright. Get two more. Wow. Alright. Capricorn energy with Devil card here for your message. So you may have some situation that you're having a hard time letting go from, or somebody that just keeps reappearing like a parasite. Not all for you. Okay, for others of you, it could be something that has just been in general a situation of some sort that you cannot seem to get away from. You can also talk about obsessions for others of you, just being or just extremely sexual. I don't know. Okay, why is it happening? Queen of Cups, suggesting that you are basically you're either wanting to offer somebody love, or you're wanting that to come to you. And it's not just that, it's putting your heart in something, being emotionally vulnerable, being open to having a deep, long-lasting connection. And that's suggesting what, in some cases, the question is why, I guess with the situation, if you're wanting this Queen of Cups energy, and why is it happening? I guess you must be emotionally open to wanting it. Why is the Devil energy there? So, future action towards decision is going to be feeling stuck. But at the same time, trying to understand something that's crazy and make sense of it. Crazy and make sense of it. Yeah. The Hanging Man really does challenge existing ideas and trying to lay them to rest and say, I need new thinking. I gotta understand something. Why is the tire round? Is it just round because it's optimal, or did somebody just say, fuck it, I want the tire round? I don't know. It's kind of just, people may not understand. This is also a card of, like, kind of sometimes, like, really drastic thinking or crazy thinking and stuff like that. And the reason is because people may not understand why you're hanging upside down, but it's really to understand something in a different light. So perhaps it's a complicated situation that you've been attached to, trying to understand the method to the madness on why I stick around for this shit. Because this is what I want, but apparently this is what I get. Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Perhaps I need to ponder that. Just saying. Outcome is the Emperor in reverse. Go figure. It's going to be a power struggle. There's going to be imbalance here. And with somebody, if you're dealing with somebody that is in the devil energy, you're not going to get equal give and take. And it's suggesting here that that's going to happen. It might be a lopsidedness where you feel things are unfair to some extent. What do I mean by that? It could be a person that's basically domineering, somebody that wants their way, somebody that's going to basically insinuate that, you know, I love you, I want to hang out with you, I want to get in bed with you, I want to have fun with you, but it's my way. Yeah. That can be something that's a deal breaker for some people. And you may basically find that this person has a lot of priorities, and unfortunately that can put something as far as a deep connection on the back burner, especially if they're not focused on it. Be very cautious of that. Okay, your advice is the Four of Pentacles in reverse, suggesting don't be possessive or obsessive, once again, over somebody that could be toxic. Because of the fact that the Four of Pentacles in reverse does talk about releasing things. Sometimes you gotta understand when something is toxic and, you know, just face the music. You know, if somebody you have in your life is basically not giving you a very deep, lasting connection, or approaching you, or even if you're making the effort and going as far as to try and basically just say, fuck it, I was hoping they would, but I'm just going to take the steps to basically try it myself and just see if I can get them to open up, and they're still not doing it. And then you're trying to sit in limbo, trying to figure out a way out of that, or feeling stuck like, God, I'm never going to get out of this. You just need to see the situation for what it is, and then basically say, maybe I need to release this. And you know, for others of you, it can also just talk about sometimes, perhaps, a bit of equal give and take. Maybe that's also where the power struggle situation is. The devil energy can also just talk about almost like repeating negative behaviors. So it doesn't have to be a toxic connection. It doesn't have to be any of that stuff. It could just talk about like literally a situation that is becoming toxic because of the fact that the same kind of, like, even if it's a minor issue, it's being repeated so much that it's becoming a toxic cycle, if that makes any sense. And this is a simple case of something as who's doing what? Who's in charge? You know, you could have, for example, a domineering female and a domineering male, and they're getting in conflict with each other because of the fact that one wants to be in charge and the other wants to be in charge. How do you resolve that situation? It can become a toxic situation because both are trying to struggle to get their way and where we should be going, what we should be doing, and it becomes a toxic cycle. Situation is that perhaps you need to basically give some more leeway or release the situation, release the obsession. Up to you on what you want to do with that, Taurus. Just saying. Alright, what's coming in for our Taurus in the near future? What's coming in for our Taurus in the near future? What do they need to know? What's the universe bringing? I guess more, if you've been down in the dumps or stressing a little bit or feeling stuck, hope is coming. You're going to probably get a burst of energy and inspiration. The reason it's happening. Because of fight, there you fucking go. Fighting. Arguments, egos at play. Power struggle. Card of egos right there. I have to win. I have to prove myself. But you are going to have victory. The universe is going to allow you to power through this. So that's good. Why does the universe want this? Let's find out. Why does the universe want the strength for Taurus? Ace of Cups. Open up something new. I think in some ways, Taurus, you know, what the universe is trying to do here is kind of let you know if you are in a toxic situation. Now, once again, let's rephrase the toxic situation, because I keep saying that a lot, and a lot of times it's not very clear on what I mean by that. In this particular situation, it's the definition of insanity. As I've said already before, if you're doing that pattern, doing the same thing over and over again, and it's a stalemate, especially with somebody that doesn't seem to want to compromise. One day they give you the impression like they're going to, and then they don't. It's back to square one again. This is that situation. And I think you need to be strong and kind of stand your ground a little bit, and don't be steamrolled. Because we also had in your first message a card of just giving up, feeling defeated. 9 of Cups reverse. Yeah. So you need to basically, in some cases, you need to have faith that things can work out, probably with someone new. Because the Ace of Cups does talk about new opportunities. So it might be one of these situations of like a fear that basically I'll get, this other partner might be attractive, maybe they have certain things going for them, but I'm never going to get anything better than that, So I'm just going to keep sticking with my toxic situation, and maybe someday I'll basically, maybe it'll work out. Don't allow yourself to fall into that, Taurus. If you're in that situation, that's not going to help you as a person grow, and it's not going to give you a satisfying relationship. It won't. I'm just letting you know that. Now, I think what's the universe recognizes is there's a lot of like egos at play. There's probably some arguments, some fights, some conflicts, things that are going on. I think it does want you to basically, something bad might happen, I think, in a way that's going to cause you to basically want to be a stronger person. And it may just feeling like, just fuck this shit kind of thing. And when you go on your own and you start kind of expanding and just saying, I'm not dealing with this situation anymore. Something, I think, a brand new opportunity is going to come through your way, and the universe will open that, okay? But, yeah, I think you're going to have to definitely make a decision, and it does seem like you are doing that here, Taurus. But anyways, Taurus, that's all I got for you, so hang in there. Alright, you're a bull, for God's sake, so I think you'll do it. I gotta move on to the next sign, but I'm gonna take a break first. It's a half hour in. Alright, have a good day, Taurus. Libra, let's find out what the universe wants you to know. Get right to it. Alright, give me the first message for what the universe wants Libra to know. One more shuffle. One more. One more. There we go. That feels better. Ooh. That's some Virgo energy with the Hermit in reverse. Why is it happening? Why is it happening? Aha. Death. Some Scorpio energy. So Virgo, first message is the Hermit in reverse, suggesting that there's probably been, for a good portion of you, a lot of withdrawal. Okay? This can be a situation where sometimes, in some cases, it can talk about if things haven't been going your way in life, or you've been having some, this can be just feeling like lonely. In some cases, it can be situations where you just don't feel like things are just going fantastic. In some cases, it's a lot of reclusive energy, and most times when that happens, it can just be from either A, depression, or B, it can be, in some cases, just feeling like there's just no one out there for me, so fuck it, I'm just gonna stay with myself. And it might have been that in some cases, like, you were trying really hard to find somebody, or just trying to basically, I don't know, branch out and stuff, and you just keep having setback after setback after setback, and it's just like gets to the point where you're just like, you're burnt out, and you don't want to do it anymore. And it's like, well, 4 walls and Netflix seems pretty good to me. Yeah, it starts to get to that point. Okay, the Hermit, when it's upright, can be a good card, but it's reversed, so that does suggest that it's been going on for way too long. Why is it happening? Because the universe is trying to get you to change. Okay, odds are pretty good if things did fail and you've been so if this is your situation, Virgo, and you're like, Yeah, Wes, things have been kind of sucking ass for me lately. Haven't been going my way, check. Lover's been rejecting me, check. Or relationships have been sucking ass, check. Or the people that I'm just not interested in messaging me, check. Not getting my promotion, and that bitch at work that I hate got my promotion, check. This could be probably suggesting that those painful events occurred because the universe was trying to basically strike an emotional chord with you. Okay? And you probably ask, well, why would the universe be doing that? Because most times, if we are doing certain things over and over and over and over again that are actually detrimental and not helping us, yes, if you were to do certain things, here's an example. Okay, I'm mumbling here in a way that's you're probably gonna get lost with. It's an Aquarius brain here, so you have to understand. Okay, if you were working a job, for example, right, and you hate this job, but at the same time you know it pays well, so you're at this job because it pays the bills. You do it because fuck it, pays well. Okay, doesn't change the fact that you hate this job. Okay, and the issue becomes that you start doing things at this particular place of employment in the sole means of just getting the money. It's not because you actually want to be there, and it's not because you really give a shit about what's really going on. The universe recognizes that very fast, that you don't like this. Okay, so it starts throwing roadblocks in there. And the reason is it starts calling emotional upheaval, and it starts to get you to kind of get frustrated. And the idea is maybe it'll get you to basically quit that job and go do something else. Do you get where I'm going with this? To try and steer you, have situations occur that'll basically say, you know what? Fuck this place. I'm going somewhere else. That's kind of why the universe does that a lot of times. Okay? Future action. Come on. Come on. No. No. Libra. No. Let me show that again. Eight of Cups in reverse, suggesting that if it was a job, for example, that you really didn't like, you're just gonna stay there out of fear of change. It's like, well, I don't really like this shit, but I'm gonna stay there. And this could even be applied to a romantic situation for some of you. I'm just gonna stay in this relationship because nothing else better is coming in anyways. Growth and transformation and going to some bigger, better version of myself? Not right now. Not right now. Let's just fall walls and Netflix. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Outcome. Indecision. What is this about, Libra? Like, why? Why are we going to put yourself in this situation? And just so you know, I don't know why I'm getting like this thought in my head. If I said Virgo, I'm sorry. I meant Libra. Yeah. Don't flame me. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I didn't say that. But something in my head is like, did I say Virgo? I don't know. Maybe some of you are Virgo for all I know. I don't know. But judgment in reverse suggesting that you're not openly going to make a decision. It's just like, I'm not sure. And this is what's unbelievably mind-blowing here, Libra. Is your advice is the Two of Wands in reverse, suggesting don't sit in limbo, don't be that person that can't make a decision. What this all translates to, fuck four walls and Netflix. Stop doing it. Okay, it's not going to go anywhere. Don't do that. What is the universe trying to do? Trying to get you to change. How's that going to happen, Wes? How am I going to change? You'd be alarmed at how the universe makes that happen. Trust me. Okay? But the good news is that the universe generally gives you a chance to do that on your own free accord. But if you don't want to do that, believe me, it'll keep upping the noise volume until it's deafening. You can't ignore it. And that's generally how it goes. But it's suggesting here you're resisting something. And it's like, it's better just basically ignore it and deal with it. And the universe is saying, don't do that. Don't do that. So if this is either a career or relationship thing, especially if it's a toxic lover or somebody that you're stuck on, don't want to move on because I might not get anything better. And, you know, they're pretty good as far as how they look, and we got a lot of good things in common. I'll never find anything better than that. And I'm not openly saying that to myself, and I get that. None of us say that. We don't say that to ourselves. But if that is true, you almost know it to be true. Then it might be a situation. Okay? If that's not your story, and you're just powering through making millions of dollars and things going well, then I guess that's another message. Alright, let's get another message for you. Give me a second message for our Libras. What do they need now? Why is this card still there? I don't know. I keep getting, like, my standard deck. Now. What's the devil energy keep coming out? I wanted to take it, but I'll leave it. Chariot energy. Clarify 4 of Pentacles in reverse. What do I need to know about that? Take that too. Libra, this is suggesting here that with the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, that you may need to release a situation, release constraints. Might be trying to do things in a very structured way. And it's going to the Hierophant in reverse, which I clarified too, suggesting that there probably needs to be a little bit more rebellious action here. AKA, do things unconventional, not structured. The 4 of Pentacles is someone that's grabbing onto everything they got. And it's saying, release that shit. Be more calm, generous giving. And a lot of you saying, I don't have shit to give. Are you talking about money or are you talking about your time? That's a good question to ask yourself. Because you can be there for somebody. That is giving. And if you don't have time to do that, you should really ask yourself, what the hell are you doing with your life? Because a lot of us should have time to do that. Especially if you've got time to watch tarot reading. Okay? So the Hierophant in reverse probably does suggest that you probably need to approach this situation. It might be a situation also that is unconventional. Okay, it's something around releasing maybe a struggle that you're doing. Ace of Wands, I don't know why I intuitively picked that. Probably suggests it's an opportunity for action to be taken here. Or it could also be incoming news. Or a message of some sort from somebody else that somebody else is maybe just detaching from the situation or not trying in the situation anymore. Just kind of like they're not willing to commit anymore to this. The Hierophant in reverse can be talking about like breaking commitments, contracts. So maybe it's it's very possible for some of you that you're hearing some degree of news, and whether it's coming in direct communication saying I don't want to be in this connection anymore with you, or it's coming in with the silent treatment or something, which probably indicates they don't want to have anything to do with you, or maybe some of you have job loss, something like that. It may be something that could shake the grounds a little bit. 4 of Pentacles in reverse can also talk about if you are going through a situation where you also have, like, for example, if it's not related to love, perhaps money's really tight, maybe things are really, difficult, and there's some instability now because of this. Feeling like, I don't really have my feet and my hands and my pentacles. They're kind of all up in the air now, and I'm like, things are just kind of balls up in the air type thing. Okay, why is it happening? 10 of Swords. Painful situation of some sort. So, this could be over, once again, a situation that came to an end. And that's why I was saying it earlier. Okay. Your future action suggests, your Libra, that you are going to basically just shrug it off. You're not going to give a fuck, and you're going to move forwards. Great. outcome is dumping a heavy load. So I pretty much, honestly, Libra, I think this pretty much straight up suggests right now that you're just going to basically, whatever the situation is, you're just going to basically brush it off and move forwards and not give a fuck. So that's good. So you guys are going to get over it. You're not going to stress about it. It's suggesting here that you're going to just kind of like, it's going to be a cakewalk for you. You're just going to move right through it. Your advice is the Justice in reverse. Don't allow things to become too imbalanced. You know, you riding off in the sunset type thing it doesn't always say that all the emotional issues and everything or whatever attachments are resolved. Make sure you clean up loose ends. Okay? And just be cautious on how you do things, meaning that don't become unfair and start putting a karmic debt on yourself because of the fact that you're acting in a shitty way or something like that. Especially if it's a situation that didn't go your way. Don't be that person that starts giving the finger and starts saying F you, whatever, and stuff like that. Don't be that person. That's that Justice in reverse person. Don't do that. And it's your energy. The Justice card. So, if anything, for the advice, it's your card. So, be somebody that's going to be fair, balanced, and just say, look, this situation isn't working for me, even though I want to tell you, fuck you to your face. It's not working for me. And I'm going to say it in this polite tone to just let you know that I'm the bigger person. I'm going to walk away from this situation. I'm going to get through it. Especially with the Chariot in me. Yeah. So we do have Sagittarius, Cancer, Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Capricorn, and general fire energy here. And we also have the top message. So Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo energy. Alright. Let's move on to what's coming in for our Libras. What's the universe bringing in for our Libras in the near future? Give me one message. Whoa, we have one card drop out. Well, this dropped out, Libra. Nine of Pentacles on the Chariot. Almost suggesting here, just from this last message, focus on your independence. Okay, focus on you. Okay, and also it's suggesting that you are going to put a lot of work into yourself. You're going to be a boss bitch. Okay, or boss guy. I don't know what the equivalent of bitch is for guy. Whatever. Alright, what's coming in for our Libras, please? What's the universe bringing for our Libras in the near future? What do they need to know? Emperor in reverse. Why is it happening? Why is the universe doing this for our Libras? Libra, you're gonna have, there could also be a situation, if it's not already related to what I've just talked about here, there could be a connection, and I almost think it's related to one of your messages here that we just talked about. A power struggle of some sort, once again, trying to deal with probably something that happened, okay, or a rejection of some sort. That's not going to be for all of you. If this is not applying to love for some of you, then it's probably related to your work, something bad, okay. But there seems to be, it could be family related, I don't know, but it's some type of power struggle or thing, someone that's a bad leader, somebody that is not going so hot, okay. Reason is happening, we have King of Swords, somebody that's very difficult to budge. I think this is a person that wants to communicate and is open to communicating, being fair and stuff like that, but at the same time, so my thinking is that this could be incoming communication that could come in from probably a fire, air sign of some sort. That could be suggesting that they're trying to balance things out. Maybe they're suggesting that things are, why do you always get your way? You're always basically doing this, blah, 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 or you're acting too cold, or you're making bad decisions. I don't fucking know. Whoever this person is, maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're being a little bit too on the fence there. But King of Swords upright isn't a bad card, but it says that's why it's happening. Probably that there isn't enough communication. That's also a possibility over who's doing what, or why is it happening, or maybe this person's just being silent with you and you're just getting frustrated with it and it starts to, I need to take matters in my own hands type thing. So there is some type of balance that's once again needed here. Knight of Cups in reverse. Why the universe wants this. Why would the universe want that? Probably to make you fall out of love. If you are dealing with somebody that is a bit of like a dick who wants to have their way, the universe is trying to basically orchestrate a situation that's going to tear you guys apart. So that way, you don't have to deal with them anymore. Get out of it. Okay? It's also possible for a small percentage of you, the Knight of Cups in reverse, because they're, you know, if there's been a lack of this person offering love or something like that, perhaps this situation that's going to be created, or just something around and balance, something like that, will basically maybe get what you want, okay? And it could be, in some cases, the reason it's happening, maybe to get you to stand up for yourself a little bit, okay? For those of you that are basically, once again, if you had a power struggle about somebody that, let's say that you want a lot more of a deeper connection, and this person's not giving it to you, and they're just kind of dicking you around a little bit and keeping on hold, perhaps the universe wants you to stand up for yourself, make it fair, make it balanced, and say, you know what, this is what I want, and if you can't give it to me, then I need to move on. Simple as that. Well, that's not what you normally do in the past. Doesn't matter. That's what I'm doing now. You mean if I don't give you what you want, then you're going to move on? Correct. That's it. Simple as that. There's nothing wrong with that. Even though, oh, you're being harsh, you're being a dick. Well, I guess we couldn't resolve this. I'm going to have to go. Thanks for talking. See you next time. Bye-bye now. That's how it has to be. It can't be, well, let me debate with you for about 2 hours. Let me blah, blah, blah. No. No. That's not how it's going to go, Libra. It's going to basically go, we're done with this. The minute that you don't want to work on this, we're done with this. If you're not going to compromise in any way, shape, or form, then we don't work. That's it. Sorry. Wish could have worked. Love you. Hope you do well in your life, but I got to go. Okay? Because it's probably you're wanting something, quite honestly, this Knight of Cups, you're wanting a romantic offer, you're wanting a deeper connection to come in, you want someone to work with you on the emotional part, somebody that's going to be enthusiastic, put their heart into things, and you're just not finding it. Especially if they're a controlling idiot like this Emperor in reverse. Fuck no. So, that's what I got for you, Libra. Hopefully you got something out of that. Okay, I'll move on. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. Alright, what do we got next? Pisces. Pisces, let's find out what you need to know right now from the universe. Give me one general message, please. What does the universe want Pisces to know right now? Ten of Cups in reverse. Pisces energy. Why is it happening? What do we need to know? Knight of Swords. So we've got some Aquarius energy. Pisces, your first message is coming through from the universe is 10 of Cups in reverse. This is probably talking about a disconnection. Situation between two people that did not work out, okay? If this is related to your job or a career-related setting, it's probably a situation, there is a loss of passion, something that you thought was going to be the be-all, end-all, and it didn't work out. Okay, it is oftentimes a lot of negativity as far as the emotional department goes. Why is it happening? Probably over radical change that never happened, lack of communication, or drastic new ideas. Things, the Knight of Swords is somebody that charges in on it's lightning fast communication oftentimes, and it really challenges the quota. It's something different. Suggesting why it's happening, it probably didn't happen. Okay, that caused it. There was just the wrong kind of communication was employed. It could have also been, the Knight of Swords can also be overly, it can also talk about over-enthusiastic communication, so perhaps there was just the wrong ideas were thrown around. I don't know. Future action towards the situation suggests that you are going to try and work on it. Okay, try and establish more communication with this person. It can also suggest with this job, maybe you're going to kind of work with your employer, or if it's a business, you're going to try basically invest more time into it. Okay, your outcome here is there's going to be, unfortunately, some problems. Bummer. And there's, can you hear that? Hopefully you could hear that. There was a fire truck going down there, and we have a card of conflict. I mean, the timing of that couldn't be. It was impeccable. Okay. Does suggest here it's a loss for everyone. Things are not going to work out. Just in some cases, it can just feel a defeat. You know, and the reason that can be applied is you see the people in the background that are dead, not doing well. Can't just talk about the situation. It's not going to turn out well. Your advice is Queen of Wands. Okay, the Queen of Wands suggests that there's a lack of passion in the situation. Okay, and it would probably propose here that Queen of Wands is somebody that is very sexual. It's somebody that is very charming. Somebody that is basically very playful. Somebody that is just sexy. It's all that kind of stuff. It's outgoing energy. It's fire energy. It's movement forwards. Okay, but it is on the lighter note. It's not talking about commitments. It's not talking about just boring, mundane debates and stuff like that. This is a woman or guy that basically is going to rock it, dress well, show it off, kind of show what they got, type thing, and it's really going to be, you know, I don't know, hot and heavy type thing. So that might apply to the situation, but if it's not, ooh, we had a moon card. What in the Lord did that jump out to? This was kind of like, it kind of like pounced a little bit towards the Eight of Wands. So perhaps it's like you're kind of charging in a little bit, not with, you know, a lack of answers in some ways. You're not really sure where this is going, but it's like you're trying to take a chance on it. It's like with your future action here. A lot of doubt, a lot of fears, worries about how things are going. Almost suggests also taking a risk in some ways. Temperance too. Yeah. Balance. Yeah, I guess that's what I got for you on that first one there, Pisces. A lot of ways that can go, but get another message for you. But yeah, definitely needs to be some pep in the step added. The Queen of Wands energy. Need to really, but it's not, like I said, it's playful, sensual. It can be just basically charming, fun, energetic, exciting. That's what's the advice is. Okay. Light, it's light energy. There's a job situation that's just simply going to be, you need to put more enthusiasm into this bitch. Try something radically different. Alright, let's get another message for you. We got Five of Wands showing up here, so we got some Leo energy. is it happening? The Lovers. So this is over somebody, probably a soulmate connection, or somebody you thought was. There's just conflict, disagreements, things not going well. Future action towards the situation. What do we need to know? What are our Pisces going to do towards this situation? Hermit in reverse, you're just basically in withdrawal from it. You're not going to give a shit. You're basically just going to go off and do your own world. Oh! Sorry. We have, just give me a minute. So, disregard that. You're gonna withdraw. Oh, the fucking window. Why did they come through the window? Alright. You're gonna get an adrenaline rush from this. Jumpstart your heart. Jumpstart your heart. Oh my god. Yeah! 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 Motley Crue, Kickstart My Heart. Go and watch that song. You need to watch that song. So that must have been a sign from the universe for you to watch Motley Crue, Kickstart My Heart. And I would play it on here, but I would get a copy strike immediately. So I can't do that. But check it out. Motley Crue, Kickstart My Heart. For me to have that must mean something. Read the lyrics. Alright, but yeah, just suggest you're going to withdraw a little bit. Be lonely. What's the likely outcome? And I'm sick of shuffling. I don't know why I'm shuffling from you. Jesus. I'm still trying to think about it. Yeah, it's going to be emotional. It's just a connection that's going to be cold, unfortunately. It's not going to lead to this, Pisces, unfortunately. It probably suggests you're going to be emotionally shut off as well. Probably just like going to lose that desire a little bit and not really feel very passionate towards it anymore. Advice. What advice do you have for Pisces dealing with this situation? Could be so. You might need to introduce some communication here, Pisces, that once again that really challenges things in a completely different light. Page of Wands is throwing around really drastically new decisions, but it can also talk about fast communication coming in. Okay, but that's your advice, and it does suggest that you may need to basically approach the situation completely different. Okay. And that's page energy, so it's like childlike energy, something that's basically on the lines of, once again, and it ties into your first message with the Queen of Wands. Isn't that interesting? You got fire energy in both the advice sections, Queen of Wands and Page of Wands. This suggests here that there's just like the sensual, lusty, fun, exciting, charming, all that kind of stuff. It's just absent. It's got to be absent in your situation. Because why you get that both in your advice? Okay, it's just suggesting that part of yourself is just not really present, apparently. And you got all this swords energy. So much swords energy, and it's like, it stinks up everything. Because swords energy is good in very certain contexts. In this context, it's not good. It's just like, it's stinking it all up. And you've got like the, not good. You got card of fighting, emotional withdrawal. You've got, fucking being emotionally closed off, lost connection, all this stuff. It's not, So it's really kind of, I think, from the universe is like, yeah. Being uncertain, not really making a decision, not voicing it. Can't make your mind up. Yeah, that's just going to stink up everything. What's coming in for our Pisces? What's coming in for our Pisces in the near future? What is the universe bringing for our Pisces? What do they need to know? Let's find out. A situation that you haven't been able to walk away from, maybe fearing walking away from. Could have been something that you've been dealing with for quite some time, that you keep dealing with over and over again. But at the same time, I'm not really sure I can walk away from it. Why is it happening? Because you're repeating same shit that you... So Pisces, this is basically... A lot of you are saying, why would the universe bring me the Eight of Cups in reverse? That kind of sounds shitty. Why would the universe do that? Wes, it's just my luck. That's just what I get. No. No, Pisces. That's not what you get. That's what the universe is bringing to you to learn a lesson. Because you're stuck on a situation. Okay? And it could be a lot of things. Maybe it's career. Maybe it's relationship. Who the fuck knows? Okay? Whatever the case is, it is suggesting here, instead of walking away, when this guy's upright, he's walking away. He's not fulfilled. He's not happy, but he's walking away because he knows it's the best thing for me. And I have to leave. Some of these cups upright, there's some good here. There's some things that I like, but I have to walk away. It's reversed here, suggesting I can't afford to lose anything. I just have to rough it out. This is what I get. No. Why is it happening? Repeating past behaviors that don't work for you, but doing them again. I know this situation doesn't work for me, but I'm still doing it. Why? I don't know. I just do it. I have to. It's what I got. Why does the universe want this? For Pisces. Six of Pentacles. Open up a little bit. Be a bit more generous. To what is the question? A little bit more equal give and take. This almost suggests here that's like Pisces, like you're not getting, like, all this suggests here is you're chasing after something. That's what this suggests. You're in conflict, getting resistance. You're trying to get something. And what you're wanting is a situation where you're getting something. Okay, what is that going to be? Probably love. It's probably a deeper connection. Maybe it's a relationship that's going to stand the test of time. Maybe it's a career that's going to take off. Maybe it's better friends. Maybe it's something. I don't fucking know. Okay, but it's like you're wanting something, but you're not really getting that reciprocal give and take, equal give and take. Okay, you're not getting that. And I've got two cards here suggesting both emotionally unfulfilling situations to some extent, like you're not getting anything. And this is suggesting, why is it happening? The universe is trying to basically create a better situation where you are going to get what you want. Chariot, pushing on forwards. So, this is unfortunately one of those situations where it's like, I think getting stuck in some ways and stuff like that, dealing with the emotions, and it's like, it's putting you in a situation that is uncomfortable, Pisces, and I think that's the key word here, uncomfortable. Okay, and the reason it's doing that is because pain is a powerful motivator, and when you get put in a situation that you keep getting more pain, more shitty results, oftentimes it reaches a breaking point where you eventually say, I've had enough doing that. Yeah, I'm going to get my chariot, I'm going to move forwards. I want to get someone that's going to fucking give to me. Not me giving all the time to others. So for some of you, it could be a situation you've been giving too much to other situations and not getting much back. And this could be a situation where the universe is trying to unfortunately make it uncomfortable so that you will eventually get the memo that it's time to move on. Because let's be honest here, folks. If the universe made it comfortable for you, would you ever leave the situation that you're stuck in that's not really fulfilling, it's just comfortably numb? No, you wouldn't. You'd stay there. A lot of people are like always in denial about that. It's like, no, I'd move on. And it's like, but then again, it's like you look at the track record and they've been in that situation for 5, 6, 7 years. Well, why did they stay in that situation for that long? Because it was never bad enough for them to leave it. That's why. It was always just good enough where it was emotionally unfulfilling and they're dead inside, but it was enough for them to just keep sailing on by. Fuck that, dude. Go and find somebody that's going to reach out of their pocket and give to you. Basically, emotionally give to you. So, and put you in a position. Also, can talk about, for those of you in career and finance, also trying to put you in a shitty position. Whatever, to, once again, probably leave your job or try something different. So that you're going to be a boss bitch, be able to give more, do more, stuff like that. So the universe is trying to create some uncomfortable situations for you, Pisces, to basically get growth out of you. Anyways, Pisces, that's what I got for you. I'm going to take a break. Got, wow, 8 more signs to go. This is going to be a long video. I guess I didn't fix that. I was like complaining about the other video being so long, but I mean, this one's going to be too much long too. So, whatever. Leo. Oh, sorry, allergies. Leo, so here's the thing. You're kind of in a unique situation because I started your reading, and then what happened was I got interrupted because there was some furniture being delivered, and then, yeah, had to stop for that, let the guys in, all that kind of stuff, put the furniture there. So, I'm just going to basically... Okay, let's just get it out. Jesus Christ. Alright. So, Leo, I've already drawn your cards. I'm just going to go through the same message that I pretty much started before. Yeah. Okay, so you're all caught up now. Okay? So, Leo, for your situation, sorry, you don't get to hear the shuffling and all that stuff. We're just doing this because it was a good message. Okay, you have a new opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles upright, suggesting something brand new is coming in for you. What? I don't know. Okay, but it is a foundation. It's around the materialistic stuff. Could be a new increase in pay. Could be some money coming in. Could be just something that's going to allow you to grow a bit. It's going to boost your confidence a little bit. Why is it happening? 10 of Cups in reverse. You had a loss with something. An emotional fallout. Big time. Okay, 10 of Cups is a serious card because it's one of the best cards you can get alongside a 10 of Pentacles and I mean there's a couple other ones, but and the Sun card is probably the best, but 10 of Cups in reverse is a big deal. It means that you are really feeling the pain or the sting of something that kind of like fills it out. What could it be, Wes? Probably with family, could be with a lover, could be with a job. Use your imagination. Okay. The High Priestess upright suggests your future action is that you're going to withdraw a little bit. Not intentionally, but just probably in silence, kind of thinking beyond the planes of this earth, trying to trust your intuition and trying to understand the situation better. Which way should I go? I don't know. Which way should you go? That's for you to obviously answer. Outcome does suggest, though, whatever you're thinking through this High Priestess energy here, and it does sound like you are going to follow your intuition a little bit. It does suggest here that there is going to be, 1, communication, 2, there's going to be progress. Okay, things are absolutely going to move forward. And it's the kind of progress where you're really putting your time and effort into it. Okay, so my thinking is that with this Ace of Pentacles here, whatever this opportunity that comes through for you, you're going to grab it. Okay, most times that's generally a missed opportunity. We'll see those opportunities in general and people miss them. But it does seem that you're going to pick up on it and you're going to move forward with it. So if it is, for example, like let's say you get a good tax refund, perhaps that's going to allow some things to open. The gates are going to open to some, you're going to make some decisions that are going to really boost your life forwards. If it is a relationship, perhaps this is an ex-lover coming out and just saying, look, I know we've been emotionally dead for quite some time, and things have fell through, and, you know, we were almost going to get married at one point, but it fell through. I want a new opportunity with you. I think so. Okay. Your advice here is, by all means, work with this person, work with the situation, do what you do, but at the same time, please don't bring in the past. Okay, the Ten of Swords does indicate an ending of a painful cycle, but at the same time, does carry a lot of negative things with it. Betrayal, sabotage. Can talk about basically feeling down in the dumps, feeling like life is really just basically throwing you in the gutter. And it also talks about looking in the past, carrying pains with you, carrying things that have really stabbed you in the back. Hence this guy laying on the ground, knives literally going into his back. Okay, so it's kind of suggesting here, if you want to take this opportunity, do so. But just be aware that you carrying the past with you about something that... didn't work out, may not really help the situation. It's not advised, so please don't do it. So I'd be very cautious about that. But overall, looks pretty good. I mean, this is literally your outcome. So looks like those sheep in the background are going to get fed. Like it. All right, Leo, let's move on to your next message here. One more shuffle. One more. What do we got coming in for our Leos? Give me a second message, please. What's the universe bringing in for our Leos? A little tigress. Four of Wands in reverse. So I got some Aries and Virgo energy with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Taurus energy with the Hierophant upright. We got Sag, Leo energy with the Knight of Wands in reverse, and we have Capricorn energy with the Queen of Pentacles upright. Leo, you have a situation coming through, okay, of some sort that's related around A, family drama, B, just general failure, things not going well. Okay, Wands energy is forward movement. Okay, Three of Wands is waiting for your ships to come in. It's essentially making progress, going challenges, but at the same time, a lot of communication, things moving forward. So you're in the Four of Wands now. Okay, so we would hope that if things were going well, there would be celebration, achievement, things going well. You'd be, hey, coming back to family. Look what I've done. Things are going well. It's reversed here. It's not going well. Okay. Whether that's related to family or not, doesn't matter. This card can carry a lot of different things. And it can also just talk about instability in general. If things are unstable, like not stable, you know, generally speaking, people aren't going to typically want to celebrate. Okay? You want to celebrate when things are stable. Why? Because I've done a good job here. Everything's going as planned. Okay? Why is it happening? Instability. Things are not going well. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. There's a slowdown. Could be in finances. Could be if it's a relationship setting with somebody that you're dealing with. It could just mean that things are going at snail's pace. It's not going well. It's like, it's not to say it's not going well. It's just that things are going so slow. And maybe it's just like there's little hiccups, little things coming through. You're like, what the fuck? Why am I dealing with this? Like, why are these little issues? It's like I keep making progress and things go well, and it's like, boom, something comes up. And then I have to deal with this, and then they have to deal with that, and it's like, and then we're getting torn apart. It seems here with the Hierophant upright that your future actions suggest that you're just going to be keeping the peace, trying to basically keep it normal. Committal. You know, trying to honor your commitments. It almost suggests in some ways, I don't know, for some of you that have been fucking around and stuff like that, it might suggest here that you're just trying to you're getting a wake-up call or something like that you need to basically, like, come to terms with things and, like, you know, slow down and basically go back to tried and tested ways a little bit. And for others of you, it could be somebody that's basically giving you advice that's wiser than yourself. Okay, but for others of you that are doing okay in life and stuff like that, it could just be simply just like your recollection of like, you know, tried and tested things seem to work, so let me go back to that. Okay, but the outcome does suggest there's going to be a breakdown in progression with the Knight of Wands in reverse. Yikes. It does suggest here that things are going to be snagged up a little bit. The question is why? Clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse. Why is there a slowdown in Leo's progress? What do I need to know? So, if it's a relationship setting or around children, you know, we do have a family here with the Four of Wands. Let me take it back a little bit. I think sometimes when I do it like that, it's like a little bit too close. But there is a mom, there's a dad, there's a child. there. So if it's around children, this could be some custody issues or something like that that are kind of snagging progress. Clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse. Why is there a breakdown in progress? Why is the Knight stagnating? Tower in reverse. Bummer. Leo, this suggests that you're kind of going back to something that the universe already broke down for you. It basically collapsed that tower for a reason. It wasn't working in your favor, and you're kind of going back to it. And I know a lot of us are going to say, we have halos on our head. We never do that. Absolutely not. Fuck that shit. Moved on. Done. Done, done, and done. Well, apparently the universe doesn't see it that way. Okay, so it suggests that you may be thinking about reminiscing or still stuck on some situation, whether it be a career, job, or a situation of stability in your life that basically is long since gone, or it could be a romantic lover that you had stable connections with that's long since gone, something like that, that you seem to still be kind of like lingering on. Universe is like, no. And you're like, yes. Don't do that. Okay. Your advice here is the Queen of Pentacles. So that's suggesting here that there needs to be a commitment and a focus on your goals, on where the fuck you're going. And not only that, she is Earth plus water energy, suggesting that you need to be emotionally open, but not only that, focus on your materialistic aspects. And it's not selfish, and it's not a bad thing to be worried about your materialistic aspects of life. Fuck anyone that says that you should be concerned or like, you know, embarrassed or whatever about that. Or, you know, like, oh, you're one of those materialistic whores or something like that. It's like, no, I like my materialistic stuff because it actually gets me places. Materialistic things on the physical planes of this earth do help you grow as a person. They get you places, okay? Money is a great example of that. It allows for a plane flight so you can travel somewhere. Maybe that plane flight's going so you can donate, I don't know, a kidney to someone. Or it's to feed needy kids. Or maybe it's to stabilize a connection and you improve somebody else's life because now you're there for them. Okay, so money is not always a bad thing. It's how you look at it. But Queen of Pentacles does suggest that you are somebody that works around in the background. Not in the not in the front, in the background. You're that person that basically makes things happen. You're optimistic about yourself, and it's like you focus on the stability. And I think your heart's in the right direction, Leo, because of the Hierophant energy. Going back to traditional things that work, tried and tested. More stable connections, commitments. And this does suggest the advice is, say, continue on doing that. So if you are on that path, keep doing it. Alright. What is the universe bringing in for Leo? What is the universe bringing in for Leo? What do we need to know? What is the universe bringing in for our Leos? Our little Tigres. I don't know. Go with it. Leo, so the universe is bringing you in a bunch of shit that is going to be pile up your plate. Two of Pentacles in reverse. The universe is going to try and stress you, just so you know. And you're like, why would the universe do that? Because there has been some serious decision making that's been stuck on the fence for way too long. The universe recognizes something about you, Leo, that the problem is that you are faced with things that are basically challenging you in such a way that it's like you move your life forwards in certain directions, but at the same time, it's like you feel like you're stuck sometimes. And the Two of Swords in reverse suggests that. It's a bitch with a blindfold that's basically so stuck that she's like almost digging herself a hole 6 feet down. Not a good place to be. Okay? But the universe does that stuff, and it's a lot of people say, I want to give my finger to the universe because that makes more sense than what this shit is saying. Not necessarily, Leo. It suggests here the universe is trying to stress you because of the fact that it knows that, once again, I said in a previous, who was it? I think Pisces or Libra, I don't know. But pain is a powerful motivator. And the universe wants this, the Chariot. It wants you to conquer obstacles, move forwards, and it basically wants you to have a solid direction on where you're going. In other words, if somebody asks you, Leo, where are you going? You can give them an answer in about fucking 5 seconds. You'll know exactly where you're going. This is where I'm going. I'm doing it. I'm getting in my fucking car and that's where I'm going. I'm doing it. That's what I'm doing. Not, I don't know. Lucky Charms or Cheerios. Toast or egg whites. No, Leo. No, that's not what the universe wants for you. Okay? The universe wants you to get in this chariot and fucking destroy shit. Move forwards. Okay? And it's literally what I put here. Why the universe wants this. This is why it wants it. And I have no doubt that stressing somebody out will put them in an uncomfortable situation. Something that will basically force them to make a decision and get them to move forwards. That's why it's happening. So unfortunately, not $1 million today, Leo, but that's what I got for you. So I'm going to move on to the next sign. Alright? So you've got some serious decision making coming in. What that's about, I don't know. Good luck to you, Leo. I love you. Virgo, how are you doing, Virgo? I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Not that good, but I was just finishing your sentence. Me, you? We could be a thing, Virgo, but... Right. Give me one message for our Virgos. Our parachuter sign, please. What does the universe want our Virgos to know? Can I get one message? 10 of Swords, Virgo. Lordy Lord. That's a lot of swords. Why is it happening? Oh, I'm going to take that. Wands, I'm sorry. So we got some Gemini, Leo, general air energy here. Virgo, so basically you are facing a difficult situation, something that's really challenging you. Betrayal, probably deception, feeling like it's a painful ass cycle. Why is it happening? Probably because of fighting. Conflict of some sort. So... let me show you. Why is it happening? 5 of Wands. So there's going to be a little brawl of some sort. Now I want to ask the question of why would there be a brawl of some sort? Well, probably because there was something that was a difficult situation. Okay. If you felt like you got backstabbed, betrayed, or somebody was doing something behind your back, I think that would make, encourage people to want to kind of fight with each other. You can also just talk about if it's on the lighter note, it could also just talk about disagreements about certain things, kind of like in that quiet way, where it's like you guys are talking with each other, but it's like, it's not really fighting with each other, but there's egos at play. So both people have an ego, and they're kind of just... And it's like you don't... It's like you guys aren't verbalizing it, but it's like you kind of know that it's like egos are clashing. And it's like in some ways, it's like the way you're talking to me or what you're saying and stuff like that, it's really bothering me. Eyes start kind of coming down a little bit like that. Yeah, like that. Ace of Swords suggests there's going to be a new opportunity for communication, or it's just going to be open communication. I don't know. There's going to be something, and there's going to be clarity too on that situation. So I would assume that there is going to be kind of like a, and you notice there is a white bird or pigeon there, dove, whatever you want to fucking call it. I don't really know the difference. I don't really care. But it's going to suggest a, in traditional times, the white dove was like the sign of peace. So I think there will be a peace period with this situation. The outcome, though, is going to be King of Swords, suggesting that there is going to be a, furthermore, more continued communication, but it's also going to suggest that it's going to be now with a sword. This guy's carrying a sword. Now, I've studied a lot about the swords energy and stuff like that, and it doesn't really talk about this card when it's upright so much being defensive, but as far as I'm concerned, if I looked at this person, they look pretty defensive to me. Okay? This is somebody that's going to be a little bit on guard, and they're going to be open to hearing your side of the story. So, if you called this person a big fat fucking bitch, probably going to piss off some people. But this person's suggesting here they're going to listen to it. Basically like, I know what you called me, and I'm a little pissed off about what you said. You're a bit of a shithead, but I'm open to hearing you. So it could suggest something like that. Okay. The advice here is to come out of the dream world here. If you're in that situation, so what do you mean by that? A lot of people are getting like really upset when they hear that. Like, I'm not in some fantasy world, Wes. I'm not daydreaming about this bullshit situation. If there's been conflict and fighting and stuff like that, I did it for the right reasons. It's like, okay, I'm not. Don't play me here. I'm just what the cards are showing. Okay, Seven of Cups in reverse is suggesting here that you're getting a realization to some extent. No longer daydreaming about some situation. It's like if you've had clarity and the outcome. Look at the outcome. He's sitting there, and this is Swords energy, once again indicating that you're not talking bullshit. You're seeing things for what they are, not in La La Land. Because sometimes the water energy, unfortunately, can pull people into an imaginary situation because it's creative energy. It is emotional energy too. So it's like if we have an emotional attachment to something, we start to form like a dream world about what it should be, what it could be. And it's like eventually that becomes what it is, but it's really not that, because it's like that's what our brain's telling us it is, but it's not. And it's like that's how people get in those abusive situations where they're getting like hit left, right, and center, and it's like, why are you in it? Because it's like they have an attachment to what the situation is in their head, but it's not actually what it is in reality. And I think you're going to basically get perspective on that. So that's pretty good. I like that. So. But the advice is suggesting here, it is advice, let me just recap that again. The advice is that come to perspective about the situation, really look at, the situation, not worse than it is, not better than it is, but just what it is, So if you have issues and conflict with somebody, then you're probably going to ask yourself, should I be in this situation? And if the answer is yes, I like this person, then why are you there? What are you getting out of it? Do you even know? Ask yourself that. Give me another message for our Virgos. Please, give me another message for our Virgos. Tower in reverse. Virgo, what have you been dealing with here? This is your other message, the Ten of Swords, and now you're going to Tower reverse. Why is it happening? Death in reverse, I'm going to take that. God, you know, tarot sometimes it's just amazing me. It really does. Alright, Tower in reverse, suggesting here, Virgo, that once again there's a situation that's emotionally unfulfilling. It could be a situation that the universe basically saw a lot of problems in it. It saw a tower, a big-ass tower that you had formed with some situation or some person, something that you were firmly nested in. Built that little nest around there, chirping birds and shit, and you're basically like, this is my tower, everyone. Letting you know, text message you like 10 times, hashtag my tower. Universe was like, hashtag getting destroyed today, bitch. So you basically woke up and it's like, fuck, something happened. Okay? The towers happen because it's something that's supposed to go wrong in your life. So when things go wrong in your life and you're like, this is so unfair, I don't understand why this is happening to me. Like, this should not have ever happened. Even though I planned and I tried to make sure it didn't happen, it still happened. That's a tower. The universe was trying to basically crash it down. And it's like, it knows that it's going to basically upset your heart a little bit. Your heart's going to hurt a little bit. Because it's like, my tower crashed. I mean, how do you think this guy's going to feel? Right there. How do you think he feels when he hits the ground? Probably not the Monday morning he expected. So, it's generally an uncomfortable situation. But when it's reversed here, it's suggesting that it's like, even though it was uncomfortable and things kind of fell through, it's like, let me just go and think about it one more time. Universe is like, why? Why are you doing that? We pretty much threw you on concrete and you're still thinking about it. Yeah, but, you know, I forgive you, universe. I forgive you. I just need to think about it one more time. It's like, Virgo, you're my parachuter sign, but I mean, for God's sake, sister, I didn't have a parachute. Come on, Virgo. No, don't do that, please. Why is it happening? Death in reverse. Resisting transformation. A lot of you are like, that is such bullshit. Wes, I'm changing. Are you, Virgo? Look deep in your life. Look around at your habits, your behaviors, what you're doing. It doesn't have to be a relationship. A lot of us isolate ourselves to a singular situation. In other words, well, this must mean it's a relationship context. So therefore, I've moved on from that person. I'm good. Well, have you checked everything else in your life? Is it working at a job that you fucking absolutely hate, but you're still there? And they treat you like shit, and basically it caused you a lot of times that you probably had tears come out of your eyes saying, like, how do I do this? I don't know. But I'm still there. That might be a situation the universe is saying, you're overlooking that a little bit, and you probably need to investigate it again. I don't want to. I don't know about that, Virgo. You probably need to check that out. Okay, future action does suggest that you're not going to stress about it. You're coming out of your head. If you've had any terrors, worries, sleepless nights, like extreme anxieties about the situation, it suggests that your future action is that you're going to make effort to try and get out of it. You're not going to worry about it. You're going to say, I'm dropping it. Not going to stress about it. Not thinking about it. Okay. The outcome does suggest that you're going to put your heart into something new. I love it, Virgo. Good on you. Advice is keep it balanced. Don't allow basically unfairness to basically plague your life. So, what do I mean by that? If this is a relationship from the past, don't allow yourself to get sucked into it. Do what you're planning on doing. Which is this is near future. So your near future self is suggesting you're going to come out of your head. You're going to put your heart into something else, probably romantically offer yourself to someone else, but hopefully not a past person. I sure hope this is not a past relationship. For God's sakes, don't offer your cup to a bad situation that failed already. Okay? That's probably why the justice is coming up. Make sure it's fair, balanced, equal. Notice the scales are the same there. They're not one side lower than the other. They're equal. Key word is equal. Make sure it's fair. Okay? And a lot of you might be like, well, I'm offering my cup and I've been here for about 5 days and I haven't heard a response back. That generally speaking, scales are not fair on that point. So that's not a good situation. Okay? If your boss is saying you're doing a good job and you think you're doing a good job and you know you're doing a good job and your boss absolutely is confirming that you're doing a good job, that's a balanced situation. Okay? So that's my example for you there. Okay? What is coming in for our Virgos? What does the universe bring in for our Virgos, please? We got one card. A lot of us have been getting in a lot of these crappy situations. Could be somebody here that is a little bit, it's Virgo energy too. Very interesting. Could be somebody with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, somebody that is a little bit clingy. Now this is Virgos. This is if it's somebody, like a person, for example. This could be somebody, if you know somebody that is financially dependent, not independent, dependent. Somebody that always asks you for money, loans. Somebody that basically is always kind of like, hey, turns out I'm going through a rough situation again for the 17th time. I know. Can you loan me $100? Could be one of these situations. Okay. That's possible. For others of you, it could also just be talking about that you're in a situation where you're dependent on others. And a lot of you are like, I am not dependent on anyone. Are you? Just ask yourself, are you fully independent or are you somebody that's still relying on other people? Needing assistance from somebody. Government programs, for example. If you're on government programs, this applies to you. If you're getting child support from somebody else, that applies to you. If this is getting any type of payout to you, anything that is incoming money from another person, this applies to you. And no offense if you're getting child support. Don't flame in the comments. It's like, this card applies if you're getting monetary means from someone else. What doesn't matter the situation. If you're getting monetary means from another person, this card applies to you. Okay? But why does it happen? Because the fact is that if you're getting that monetary income, it suggests there in some ways it's like, why are you depending on it? Okay, the universe looks at it that way. It's like, you don't need that other, can you do it by yourself type thing. Is it a situation that you are in that is basically challenging you where it's like you're having to depend on other people's to base, when you wake up in the morning, it's like, God, if that's not there, I'm screwed. Yeah. Why is it happening? A lack of radical change. A Knight of Swords is fast, it's intellectual, but at the same time, it's a closure of that when it's reversed, and it's like it's not even taking action to really think of anything drastic new. It's just playing it safe. Sometimes, the Knight of Swords in reverse, it actually has a lot of negative stuff to it, to this card, but I'm not getting that here. But I will say, I am going to say here, Virgos, if it is a situation involving somebody that you know is financially dependent on you, this can also talk about somebody that is a little bit of a reckless person that's in your life. Somebody that is basically comes in with shitty ideas, stupid decisions. That's a gold digger. Because this card can also talk about somebody that's a gold digger. So just be aware of that. So this is that type of person that, once again, how will I know, Wes? How am I going to know? If that person is always asking you for a 10, a 20, a 30, or even a fucking 25-cent coin, that's that person. It's somebody that's always basically hounding you for something. You got this? You got that? Can you give me a ride? I just woke up and found that basically I don't even have a functional life. Can you help me with that? Come on, Virgo. Don't put up with that shit. Why does the universe want this for Virgos? Oh, I'm going to take it. 6 of Swords. Virgo. Suggesting you need to walk away from whatever the situation is. I can tell you right now, I'm almost like 100% that this has to be Virgo. This has to be some person you're dealing with that is a whiner. Somebody that basically is just a person that basically can't get their shit together. That's like, maybe they're attractive. Maybe they have had a lot of history in your life. Maybe this person has had better days in their life. I don't know. But whatever the case is, this is almost suggesting it's like somebody that's just like kind of an anvil. A fucking anvil. And it's like, you might just be like so numb to it that it's like, yeah, it's just what it, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's just that anvil that I carry. I don't want to talk about it, but it's an anvil that I do carry. And this universe is like, you need to basically really, really challenge this idea. Because the Knight of Swords upright does challenge shit. Big time. He doesn't let it slip by. He challenges it. And not only that, that's why he's armored, ready for battle, going forwards. Because he challenges shit. So first year, it's like, maybe today you can steamroll me. Not that I enjoy it, but I'm going to let you do it because I love you. Even though you never say it back to me. No, Virgo. No. 6 of Swords suggests moving on to calmer waters, finding something different for yourself. It can, in some cases, say indicating like you're going through turbulent times, but you're getting out of it. You're moving past it, saying "fuck it, I'm going to calmer waters." And you'll notice the moon back there, suggesting that you don't really know the direction of where you're going, but it's like, I just need to do it. Yeah. So, I like it, Virgo. I think you're going through some challenges here for sure, but I think overall, I think you are doing good. I think you're trying, you're putting your heart into it. Yes, I think you are. And I think of all, of all the signs so far, you really are trying. I get that sense intuitively that you're trying. Our parachuter signs are doing daring things, jumping out of planes. In some cases, without parachutes, but I don't really condone that. But overall, Virgo, I like it. So, I'm going to move on to the next sign, so I hope you enjoyed that reading. If it doesn't apply to you, don't make it apply. Gemini, it's time to do your reading. Yes. Let's find out what the universe wants you to know right now. Give me one message that the universe wants Gemini to know right now for our Gemini. What does the universe want our Geminis to know right now? Give me one message, please. Nine of Swords in reverse. So, Gemini energy. Aries energy with the Four of Wands. Ooh, I like that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clarify the Ace of Wands in reverse. Why is that the outcome? Fuck. Gemini. Bummer. Bummer. Gemini, situation is you coming out of your head. That's really good. Suggesting here that if you've had any paralyzing fears, anxieties, terrors, worries, sleepless nights, and a lot of you are like, I don't fucking have that, Wes. Okay, well, maybe there's been a stressor of some sort. Something that's really been taxing your mind a little bit. Kind of like that little, like, chattering voice at the back of your head. Kind of always bringing up some situation that it's like, what is that? I don't know. Why is it happening? Either A, over your commitments to something, your achievements on whatever that is. Family situations, could be coming home to family. It could just be your overall fulfillment, to be honest, Gemini. It's like, in some ways, it's like you just feel, it's like, man, I want something where I feel accomplished. I want to be able to celebrate it. I want to have fun. I want to actually, and for others of you, it could also just be like, I want to have a family. Why do I think that? Because there's literally a family right there. I want that. Why is it not happening for me? I want that. But you know, at the same time, it's like, fuck it. I'm not worrying about it. You know, it's like maybe it was straining you. It's like, God, I gotta have this. And it's like, for whatever reason, the universe is like letting you know that's like that's gonna come to an end. So for those of you that have been, you know, stressing about that. Stress no more. Your future action. 10 of Cups. Seems like you're going to go gung-ho on this. I like that, Gemini. I really do. It does suggest that you're going to be open to it. To like a more fulfilling connection. And it's possible, I ask myself, if you're open to it, there must be another person. So it does suggest that there might be another person that you know of that's around you that you might form a deep connection with and you might take action to. Okay, it does not suggest that things are going to go well. It just means that you might have your eye on somebody that you're going to basically try and make a dart to, you know, or dart towards, should I say. Okay. The outcome, though, suggests there's going to be delays. Yeah. Now, a lot of you are like, oh, that must be a random outcome. I think not, because we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Why is it happening? Four of Wands. What's in your outcome? Delays, instability. So, and then look at that. We've got, this is what's crazy. We've got like a deep connection between two people. We've got, let's just forget about what the card actually means. Let's just look. There's a home right there. These people look happy. Look at that. They look happy. Why is it happening? What action you're taking? And that's suggesting there's going to be delays to that. Not going to work out. Doesn't mean to say it won't ever, it's just saying it delays. And the advice is the Empress in reverse. It's suggesting that the way that you might be approaching the situation is not something that's going to facilitate growth. Okay, so you may be dealing with a person. So there's actually a couple ways we can look at this. So the first way, Gemini, is this. Number one, if you're dealing with somebody that hasn't worked out in the past, okay, it does suggest here that you might know this person. Maybe you have history with this person. Okay, it's possible. And if you have history with this person, then great. Okay, but you have to ask yourself, if this is somebody that you have a romantic interest in, are they emotionally open and have things grown with this person? If the answer is no too many times, then you probably need to, cancel the situation. It's not going in the right direction. If this is, this could also talk about family connections and stuff like that. Perhaps you're approaching it in a different way. Maybe you're a bit cold and closed off a little bit. I mean, you have to remember here something here, and why, like, you know, a lot of people say, like, Wes, why the fuck are you saying that? Why would you say something like that? Because the Nine of Swords is here, and that suggests that somebody that, I mean, look at this woman right here. Just look at her. She doesn't look comfortable. Very uncomfortable. That's suggesting you're coming out of it. But just because you're coming out of it, it doesn't mean to say that whatever was preceding it before, where you were actually almost strangling yourself, doesn't mean to say it was fully gone. It's still probably there. It's still lingering in the background. It suggests that, you know, it's something where you're coming out of it and you're making an effort to get out of it because it's uncomfortable. Why the fuck would you want to stay in that? You wouldn't. I mean, seriously, guys. When I say that, it's like, who in the Lord would want to basically sit there almost strangling himself? That's not a comfortable situation. It's an uncomfortable situation, which is the key word here. Okay? But it suggests that that uncomfortable situation may still linger. And kind of, you know, when you come out of it, it's like, yeah, you're moving on past it. And a lot of us do that. We all say that. We're over it. I'm done with it. Moving on. Check, please. Sounds great. Comes off the tongue good. But the reality is that you're still emotionally shut off. People are like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Sometimes that happens. And also it's approaching situations sometimes that just like are not good for you. Like, why bother trying to stabilize a situation when you're just barely stabilizing yourself? Do you ever ask yourself that? Good question. Focus that time on yourself. And, you know, the Empress in reverse probably suggests in some ways, it's like, you also have to understand here something, Gemini, that with the Empress being reversed, suggests sometimes that maybe you need to basically stop giving so much to every single situation and recognize that not every situation can grow and prosper. Some situations are just going to die with the wind, and it just, you know, dust in the wind. It's like you can't basically make everything work. That's number one. Number two, stop giving your time and attention and trying to be the be-all, end-all, because she is the sum of four queens. Sometimes it's like to try and be the sum of four queens is a lot of work. It's not an overnight process, and it's like trying to basically rush that and be that. It's not something that it's like we can all do as humans. So just recognize sometimes you just need to be a bit cold and shut off. Just say, you know what, this situation ain't going to work for me, and I'm just going to basically back off and take some time to myself. And I'm going to look like a bit of a bitch doing it, but you know what? That's what I got to do. Okay? That's probably why the outcome is what it is that maybe you recognize that you need to take time to yourself. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. And also, just, you know, if it's nothing to do with that, just recognize that it's like, just know when you're getting equal give and take from people that care about you and want to be with you, not people that are closed and, you know, cold and closed off and don't have any interest in growing. You know, start picking out who those people are. Let's get another message for you, Gemini. Six of Cups in reverse. Yikes. That does suggest here, Gemini, that you're probably reminiscing and going back, talking in the past. It can also talk about a little bit about maturity, kind of, you know, not being so childlike anymore, kind of waking up to reality, and that's possible. Come on, dude, that wanted to show up. I'm gonna take it. I don't know, and I'm gonna take those now. Because I don't really know what those are in context, dude. But my intuitive sense that the Three of Swords was supposed to be there. So, I'm going to take it. Let's get some more cards. I had the King of Wands there, so some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. Some Aquarius energy with the Seven of Swords. Aquarius with the Fool card. And Aquarius energy with the Knight of Wands. Some of you could be dealing with a Aquarius. Okay, so we have some Scorpio energy with the Six of Cups in reverse. Once again, I already told you about that. Part stuck in the past a little bit. Why is it happening? Because of heartbreak, something that really kind of disconnecting with somebody. Somebody that doesn't have to be heartbreak. A lot of you are saying like, well, does that mean that I was dating this person and we're having a deep, solid connection and I was with this person for 5 years? No. Could have been something that was as long as a week, 2 weeks for some of you, a month. Somebody that you had some investment with your feelings, but you know what, just kind of didn't go in the right direction. Led to some pain. Okay? But at the same time, it's a situation. Rose-colored glasses. Ignore all the negative. One of those situations. What future action? Seven of Swords. That's not a good card to get. Trying to... Gemini. Don't do that. Come on. Let me take that. Justice in reverse. Don't engage in shady behavior here, okay? If you... This is like payback type energy. It's almost like, eye for an eye. You fucked me over, I'm gonna fuck you over. Don't do that. Okay, for those of you, I know... Look, those of you not dealing with this situation where you don't have any disconnect, you haven't had any issues, you haven't had any vengeful behavior towards this person, this message doesn't apply to you. But if you're like, yeah, I kind of got hurt, I got kind of screwed over, don't be the Seven of Swords energy. Don't do that. Don't start making up lies and bullshit and trying to distort the situation, manipulate it, and basically make it sound like it's not and get an outcome because you basically made a plan on how you want to basically manipulate this person. And I understand. I get it, guys. Don't flame me in the comments. I understand that some of you are going to be like, that doesn't apply to me. That's not me. I wear a halo on my head the minute I get out of bed. Good for you. And this message doesn't apply for you. Okay? But for those of you who know, yeah, that kind of sounds like something I would do. Or maybe, yeah, I really hate this person. I want to kind of screw him over. Or, yeah, I was going to basically call the pro officer. Or I was going to do this. Or I was going to do that. Don't do that. Don't. Please don't do that. Because it's suggesting the justice in reverse. You're going to get bad karma for that shit. Don't do that. And it's also escaping bad karma, too. Some of you, if you've had anything to do with this, for those of you that have intentionally screwed this person over or manipulated, it's suggesting here that that's what your actions are. Don't do that. Bad idea. Not a good thing to do because you will get serious karma back for it. Don't do that, especially when it's a major arcana coming out. Don't fucking do that. Not a good idea. Suggesting here that you have what's coming to you, so don't do it. And I'm just saying, you're all in the clear. If that doesn't apply to you, don't worry about it. Okay, the outcome does suggest, though, if you basically get your just due, or you don't do that, or whatever like that, maybe you have a revelation about what I just told you, guess what? Get a good outcome, the Fool. It just suggests you're going to go on a brand new journey. And the advice here is suggesting do something radically different. Okay? Just because this is the outcome doesn't mean to say it's going to stay the outcome. Just remember that. A lot of people get confused with that. An outcome is in the moment. It's when I do this reading. So tomorrow could be a different card. The outcome really matters based on your actions. And that's why you get the brilliant... I guess the solution by the universe, which is the power of choice. You get to choose what you do. And so it's like, if you hear something from, say, out of a guy like myself, telling you and influencing you to do something, it may sway your decision to do something else. If you do that, it may change the outcome. Or it may stay the same. Okay? But the advice here from the universe is suggesting, be careful about what you say, because this is a fast incoming communication card. So it's like those choice of words or ideas that you have are powerful actions when you basically charge forth and basically commit to them. Okay, this guy isn't going at a snail's pace. He's not going at a crawl. He is going full force. And let me tell you, if you were to ask him what exactly you're doing, he can tell you in a matter of words. Not an essay, a matter of words. And he's not going to basically think twice about it. He knows exactly where he's going and what he's doing. I'm ready for battle, bitch. We're going forwards. Okay, and that's kind of what the advice is saying. Know what you're doing. If it's breaking up with this person, do that. Not, I'm not so sure. Maybe you'll basically Let's plan the battle for, I don't know, let's go to a couple months because I don't really know where I'm going. It's like, no, we're doing it today. I'm done with it. Make a firm commitment on what you're doing. And if that's the case, there's a brand new opportunity for you to move forwards. Brand fucking new. Take it or leave it. Up to you. What's the universe coming in for our Geminis? What's the universe got coming in for our Geminis? Toxic connection coming through. Somebody that you've been firmly attached to. And it may not be a person. It could also be some type of situation you've been dealing with time and time again. I don't know what that is. Some situation that just keeps repeating itself. Why is it happening? 5 of Wands in reverse. Constant attempts to basically try and get out of conflict. Trying to be a peacekeeper. Getting out of situations. Trying to be passive. Trying to play it cool. Not basically just not the beehive. Why does the universe want this? Why does the universe want this for our Geminis? One more shuffle. Why does the universe want this for our Geminis? Heartbreak. Just mourning too long, sitting in pain. And then we have this right here, Three of Swords from your previous message. Just feeling like, poor me. Fuck my life. Shit's always going wrong for me. Gotta be the peacekeeper. So, a lot of you are going to basically like, well, Wes, what the fuck does that message mean? I'm going to tell you, don't worry. Clarify the double operate. 7 of Swords in reverse. What in the Lord? If you've been trying to escape something, Gemini. Okay, so for some of you, it's like, this could be a wide range of things. Once again, this could be avoiding your just dues. It could be if you've been trying to screw somebody over. It could be basically avoiding change. Avoiding making decisions you need to make. Okay? Something. It's just like, poor me. I've been fucked over. I've really been screwed over. There's been, times have been tough for me. This is what I get. So I'm just basically continue on that direction. Okay, some of you might have been like dealing with something like that. And the universe is trying to basically have you have a new beginning. But it's like, the universe, I think, might be bringing you in somebody that you have been trying to avoid. Could be a person. Could be a situation. A lot of you are like, well, which one is it? I don't know. If you've been going through some type of legal situation, if you've been trying to go through, God, use your imagination, anything. Could be like anything that you've been really trying to evade. Something that you've been like, it's almost like a chain to an anvil. And you're just like, God, I've been trying to evade that so much and I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Don't want to deal with it. It's coming back. Oh, yeah. The universe is bringing it back because it already knows that you're trying to avoid it. It knows it. And it knows you're also upset. And a lot of you are like, well, what does that mean? Well, here's the thing, guys. The universe recognizes that you're probably uncomfortable with the situation. It does know that. Okay? And it's not trying to do it to fuck you over. It's trying to basically get a happy medium here where you finally face the situation. And I'm just going to say right now that apparently for the entire reading for all these signs is that the key motivational phrase here is that pain is a powerful motivator. And I think the universe recognizes something here, that it is a problem where humans have this tendency where they are put in situations they are uncomfortable with and don't want to deal with. They avoid it. They don't want to deal with it. And therefore, by avoiding it, you ask, why would they do that? Because it's painful. It's something they don't want to deal with. It's something that just causes continual upheaval feelings come out that you know, a person doesn't want to feel. And a lot of us get so numb to it that we don't even know that we're doing it. We've done it for so long. How long have you been doing that? 17 years. And they say it rolls off the tongue like it's so casual. And it's like, 17 years? Yeah. But you ask yourself, why would someone be so casual to say something like that? Because they've done it for fucking so long that it's like ingrained into them. And so the universe is like, well, apparently, if it's been going on that long, it hasn't been uncomfortable enough for them to basically want to change it. Well, it's been uncomfortable. Not enough. Not enough, because you're still dealing with it. You know, it's like something that it's like you gotta pain is a powerful motivator. It's like you really basically gotta get uncomfortable to basically want to force yourself. Say that, you know, shit sucks so bad, I'm done with this. I want to move on. And I think that's what the universe is going for. It's like it wants you to basically recognize what is toxic and basically, you know, detach from it. But at the same time, it's like recognize that you can't avoid certain things all the time. And it's like running from things that basically are weighing you down or causing issues in your life. It's like, yeah, running will avoid it, but eventually it's going to catch up with you. And this is kind of one of those situations. It's catching up with you. So obviously, don't apply it if it doesn't have any significance to your life, but I'm just saying that's what's coming through. But Gemini, that's what I have for you. Hopefully this reading helped. And thanks for watching. I'm going to go to the next thing. Alrighty, right. I'm actually going to take a break. I need to take a break. It's 2 hours and 11 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 5 seconds. Brand new day. Scorpio. Alright, brand new day today. I had to stop the readings yesterday. I was getting late. But it's a beautiful day out today, so let's get right to it. So you're my first sign for today. What does Scorpio need to know? Give me one general message on what the universe would like Scorpio to know right now. Let's find out, Scorpio. Hopefully it's something good. But who knows? Let's get one more shuffle. So we got some Capricorn energy with the 3 of Pentacles. Upright. Why is it happening? Judgment. Okay. So also have Scorpio energy with Judgment. Gemini energy with the Magician in reverse. Future action. Outcome. And the advice. So Scorpio, first situation / message is 3 of Pentacles, suggesting that you feel now this could go a couple ways. If it's as far as your career and finances, it does talk about sometimes feeling that you are being a valuable member of that team. It could have been something that you got some I don't know, like some kudos or something at your work. Your boss is probably telling you to some extent that there's something that you've been doing really well. They're excited to have you a part of the team. They also kind of value maybe the work, you know, the type of effort that you're putting in. It's also possible if this is like a relationship setting, you might be finding that you're working better with somebody, or trying to, for that matter. It doesn't necessarily say if it's in a relationship setting, it doesn't mean to say you are. It could be that you are attempting to work with a person that maybe you have some romantic interest in. You want them to basically be cohesive with you. You guys do stuff together. Okay, but overall it is a good card of balance, and it does suggest that you are methodically trying to plan your future, work hard, and just be good about it. Why is it happening? Because you probably made a decision. And furthermore, one that you're basically proud to basically announce that, yeah, I want to be a damn hard worker. I want to basically use my goals. This is what I'm doing. You know, if it's at work, showing up for your commitments and basically voicing it that this is my priority. You're probably telling your manager, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be able to do this. You know, but what's interesting here is your future action here is showing with the Magician in reverse. And the question is, why? Actually, now that I'm looking at this here, it kind of looks like it's relationship. Take that. Alright, Scorpio, maybe this is... You can still apply everything I said earlier about business and stuff like that, but this is where it kind of gets into the... I think this is something to do with love. Okay, well, maybe I can still apply... Yeah, okay, let me just shut the hell up here. So, Scorpio, it suggests here there's going to be, like... So let's just keep it for as far as the financial portion here. If you're working on something, or let's say that you're at a job, you started a business, you've done something like that you're working hard on, okay? It does show here that you are putting the effort in. But for some reason, your future action is suggesting here that there's going to be, the brakes are going to be put on a little bit because you're going to have some self-doubt whether or not you can actually pull something off. I don't know if this is overextending your commitments to something, suggesting that you're trying to, it's like one of that expression, biting off more than you can chew. It could be something like that, almost telling your boss maybe, yeah, I'll get this all done. But it's like, fuck, maybe I can't. It could also be in a relationship setting that, you know, once again, trying to basically make something work with this person. And even though you're putting effort into trying to basically honor your commitments and basically show up for this person or whatever, like that, trying to show a new leaf to them. And they're like, oh yeah, this is awesome. It suggests in some ways that you're going to have some self-doubt or encounter some issues here. Now, there's another sinister tone to this here, is that if you try to work, Scorpios, and I just want to let you know, Magician in Reverse can be a card of deception, con artists, trickery, things like that, somebody trying to pull one over on you. Okay, that's on its worst note. Okay, and my concern is that the clarification was going to the Ace of Cups. So, my assumption is that if somebody came in and basically said, hey, here's my cup, want to work with me? And you're like, yeah, I guess I will. I know that's very crude, but I'm just saying, just hear me out here. But perhaps something happens where you start to get a whiff that whatever this cup was that was being offered to you, there's some bullshit around it. Meaning that whoever this person was that wanted an opportunity with you might have been lying about something or pulling one over, you know, whatever. Now, why am I saying that? Because the outcome is the Three of Swords. Heartbreak, pain. So, yeah, I'm a little concerned about that. Now, here's what I'm more concerned, is that the advice is the Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, look at that. So I'd probably be very cautious here. Like, number one, about what's coming in for you, but at the same time really evaluate if it's whatever they're bringing in is true. In other words, are they is the emotional effort there? You know, if this is, I'm talking about if this is a relationship. How do you know what do I mean by that? It's like, if somebody's coming in and they're enthusiastic to want to basically see you again, hang out, let's go and do something. Great, that sounds wonderful. Then they start being flirty with you. Great. Who's not going to say no to that? Okay? Doing things like that kind of indicate that this person's got a growing romantic interest to you. But concerns would be when this person starts to basically kind of back away. just act a little off. And I suggest in some ways that the advice is almost suggesting just be aware of that. Just look out for those signs. And it's not, I know that's kind of a witch hunt mentality type thing, but I mean, there's no other ways to say it, because I mean, your outcome is like the Three of Swords. So I'd just be cautious about rushing into something at this time. I'm just saying, if somebody does throw you a wow offer, and you're like, wow, that's awfully nice of you to want to just basically suddenly come out of the woodwork and want to work with me, you know, suddenly you're all in my business now, and you basically want to be around me and all this kind of stuff. Where did that come from? Whatever the case is, I like it, but that's fine. But just make sure that this cup stays upright, not reversed, because that could start getting some red flags there that something might be wrong. Hopefully not a third-party situation. I hate fucking saying that, but and it is the Three of Swords, so one would have to say with what I'm seeing here, especially with the cups here, maybe there's an issue there. If this is related to business or something like this, could also talk about in some cases, like if it's your career or your job or something like that, maybe you find that, like I said, you bite off more than you can chew. There are some setbacks or some issues. Maybe something falls through. I don't know. Or like I said, you just feel like you can't do it. Maybe the outcome is like a bit of disappointment. Like, fuck, man, it didn't really work out. I thought this was going to be an amazing opportunity. It didn't really work out. The advice in that case would just be, number one, keep your head up high. Don't allow your heart to go into the blender. Okay, it's not worth it. Just, you know, pick yourself back up. There's always other opportunities out there, so I wouldn't really stress about it too much, Scorpio, even if it is something that turns out not in your favor, because oftentimes, like, life literally has a plan for everything and why it does that. So just as long as you're trying to make an effort, you'll be fine. Death. I mean, come on. We're going to take that for that. Part of growing and transforming. So, all part of the process. Alright, let's see what your second message is. Give me another message for our Scorpios, please. What do they need to know? One more message. Oh. Knight of Cups. I like you. Why is it happening? King of Swords. Okay, well, let's just see where else the rest of them goes. Let's Scorpion's action. Oh, okay. Also, not bad, not bad. What's this wild card? He's got a lot of sword energy. I don't know if you're dealing with an air sign here. Or someone with strong air placements. You're a Scorpio. Possibly, for those of you that are dealing with somebody. Clarify Page of Swords in reverse. I need to know about that. That tells me absolutely fuck all nothing. Alright, Scorpio. Knight of Cups upright, suggesting that you may have a romantic proposal coming in. Okay? Why is it happening? From an air sign of some sort. Somebody that might have been a distance, but this is somebody that could be very talkative, somebody that is generally, at this point in their life, at least where they are now, is trying to be more fair, balanced, and at least open up communication lines to you. Okay, King of Swords upright and the Queen of Swords would definitely indicate some type of enthusiasm to communicate. Okay, now the Knight of Cups here is also probably, my assumption is that it could also be for a portion of you. This could be you approaching maybe an air sign of some sort that's in your life, has strong air placement, somebody that you are wanting to make a romantic proposal to. Your future action, though, is the Moon in reverse, so if you had any fears, probably fears about approaching this person, it does seem that you're just releasing it. Not really stressing too much about it. Clarify Moon in reverse. What I need to know. Heart in reverse. Perhaps I can also talk about, like I said, in some ways it's like maybe you've kind of seen. Can't talk about like broken contracts, connections that are like long term falling through a little bit, or again rebellious behavior to some extent. Perhaps you just kind of feel like in some cases you just need to do this. I don't know. For those of you that are approaching this person. On the flip side, can also talk about that you might have felt that this person in the past could have been a little non-committal, or maybe they're just being a bit rebellious. That's possible. Kind of seeing a different side to this person that you haven't seen. Maybe they're approaching you, and you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. That could be a possibility. But what's weird is that we've got the outcome as the Page of Swords in reverse. Delayed communication, things falling through. Can talk about a lot of negative qualities too, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. It's like almost a releasement of this. I don't know why they. Your advice is Nine of Cups. I mean, this is almost suggesting here, I guess, if this, whatever this offer is, you need to be optimistic. Number one. Number two, have some faith that this connection can be something good. If this is, I have to assume, this honestly looks like it could be, or, you know, some type of love offer or something like that, more so than career and finance. But my assumption here is that if your heart is in it, then show it. Make sure you try to make this situation successful. If you want something that's brand new, I'm just talking about for those of you out there that basically want to have an opportunity to have a new connection with somebody and make it last. Well, it does suggest here, like I said, some type of air sign that could be coming in. Okay, and this might have been someone that was non-committal in the past. That's possible. The moon in reverse probably suggests. I mean, I can, honestly, that combination could mean a lot of different things. But that's what my gut's telling me. It's something about that. And maybe you're aware of it. So that could put you on the fence. And that might be with the Page of Swords in reverse. It's like almost a little shut off to it a little bit. I'm not so sure. I'm kind of happy you're coming in, but at the same time, I already know some things about you that I don't like. And I'm almost wondering in some cases if those things are still there. So it might be in some cases like a detached energy. But at the Four of Pentacles in reverse can also suggest giving a bit more. Not being so like possessive about your, you know, everything that you have, and being so all about yourself. So it can be that you might be interested in entertaining the situation, but at the same time a bit hesitant to do so. But the advice is kind of suggesting if you want it to work, you need to be like I said, believe it can work, not believe it can't work. So that's what I got feeling there. Okay. But it does seem like the universe is like bringing it in some ways to kind of almost add a test to see what you will do. So just be aware of that. I don't know if it almost feels like a test from the point where it's like it's almost not. It's like trying to get, like you're just trying to see exactly how you're going to react to it when it happens, because it'll be something you're not expecting. That's what I'm getting. To see if you learned from the past. What is coming in for our Scorpios? What do we need to know? Yeah, it could be a water sign, air sign of some sort. Four of Pentacles in reverse. What's coming in? What was your outcome for that? Four of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Why is it happening? Why is the universe bringing the Four of Pentacles in reverse for Scorpio? Oh, to help you grow a little bit, okay. Why is the universe doing this? Scorpios. So, this kind of suggests here that the universe is bringing... So, what's coming in is a situation, like I said, this could talk about essentially kind of loosening your grip to some extent, letting something go to some extent. And I already told you just before this previous message, which this seems to link to it in some way. Like, basically, my question was, like, when I was looking at this, so we've got this possible water sign, maybe it's a fire sign, water sign and air sign, okay, situation that's going to come out for you. But then my curiosity was like, why is the outcome the way that it is? Okay, and I'm seeing with the Nine of Cups, like a suggestion in some ways of independence to some extent. This is self-reliance. So I'm like, boy, that doesn't seem something that would be if that's the advice, that doesn't sound like a connection that's supposed to work. This might be something from the universe where it's not supposed to work. And I would think that in some cases this is true, because what's coming in is probably a sense of basically being a bit more free. Why it's happening is the Empress. It almost suggests here that you're wanting to grow and expand and basically become a better version of yourself. The embodiment of 4 queens, reach that max. But I almost wonder, to some sense, for some of you, if you have a connection that's kind of impeding that from happening, and why the universe wants this. Releasing fears, doubts, attachments, being gridlocked, basically having that chain around your neck to a situation. Potentially, like I said, this could be an earth sign, an earth, water, air sign. Strong air placement, strong fire, possibly, I guess, with the devil energy here. So this could be, earth energy. But to be honest, I mean, I don't know. I've always just viewed this card as like a fire card. I mean, there's loaded flames in it, but it is earth energy. But whatever the case is, the devil in reverse, that's why the universe wants it. And it suggests here, if you have an attachment to something that's not working around, that you keep trying to basically make amends with this person or the situation that keeps failing and flopping around, and it keeps delaying you, causing you setbacks and more setbacks. It sounds like the universe is aware that behind closed doors, you're basically wanting something where you can be, for some of you, the better version of yourself. This could be for a lot of you women out there, especially getting pregnant, basically having, looking your best, basically having a nurturing, loving husband, or obviously vice versa if you're gay, lesbian, whatever. But it does, and if you're a guy, this can just talk about basically, just being your softer spot, more of your feminine side, because there is a balance, obviously, between masculinity and feminine for both genders. But this could be something where the universe is recognizing you're wanting to grow and change and stuff, but at the same time you might have some situation that's almost feeling like you've got that chain around your neck, and it's like you keep trying to do something, it pulls you right back. The universe is trying to make something happen here, and it might be, like I said, a situation that's going to clash with you and cause some problems, so that way it'll force you to want to walk away from it and just say, fuck it. Enough's enough. So that's all I got for you, Scorpio. Hopefully you got something out of that. Okay? But it does sound like the situation, the universe is wanting you to grow, and it's going to probably put you in some turbulence and a little bit of a rocky situation here and there coming up here. But it's for your higher good. So that's good. Okay? That's what I got for you. Alright, let's go to our Aries. Aries, alright, let's find out what the universe wants you to know, okay? Can I get one message, please, for our Aries? What does the universe want our Aries to know? We got Knight of Swords in reverse, Aquarius energy. Why is it happening? Judgment, Scorpio energy. Future action. What is Aries' future actions towards this? Clarify Hierophant in reverse for the outcome. I'm going to take that. Clarify Knight of Swords upright for the situation. I don't know if I'll take that. Tempting. Let's shuffle it. Almost done here. Sorry. Aries, you got a situation with an air sign of some sort, and with the Knight of Swords in reverse, probably suggests the brakes are on hold. What is this? What did this Knight come in about? Well, it seems the Magician here. So this person likely was somebody that wanted to work with you, likely an air sign. Okay. Why is happening? I guess you might have made a decision of some sort, and it might have been something around, I don't know. Maybe you want this situation to work, or maybe it's not working for you. But let me actually clarify the judgment, because I mean, that's kind of a judgment, so vague. Clarify judgment. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. I almost suspect in some ways here, Aries. I take this back. You might have had in some ways. You might have had communication from an air sign of some sort. And this could also have been air placements in your part, so it could also be why it's Aquarius energy here. But you might have basically, in some ways, already made a decision that you don't want to work with whoever this person is. Okay? Now, I don't think you would have voiced it to them. It's possible that you probably just, in some ways, put the brakes on things. Magician is getting things off the ground, brand new beginnings, things like that. And it seems in some ways that you've made a decision in some cases that it's like, no, I don't need to. I'm not going to move forwards with this. And the Knight of Swords in reverse, it's like you're not charging in with the decision there. It's like in some cases might even talk about that you do want to work with this person, but at the same time you're choosing not to voice it. Just like, no, I'm not going to say anything. Like your future action is basically, it's going to be more like focusing on yourself a little bit. Okay, it's charging the time. It seems like, to be honest here, with that Leo energy here, Aries, it's probably suggesting in some cases that you're going to be focusing just on your own personal victories in life and where you're going. And it is a card of ego, okay? Especially because this is talking about pride, being victorious, basically focusing on your accomplishments, not somebody else's. So it does talk about, I think, that you're going to focus on yourself and just kind of put the situation on the back burner, whatever the case is. Now, your outcome here is the Hierophant in reverse, non-committal energy, and then we're going to strength, holding back. Okay, so I know kind of something like this might occur, and the reason is because your advice is the Hermit in reverse. Don't withdraw from others too much. Be careful. Focusing on yourself too much can be a detrimental thing to not only to your mental health, but also to your overall success. Because you're shutting off. And the Hermit in reverse talks about isolation. Almost knowing that in some cases that you're going to basically just not say something to somebody or a situation, ignore it. Because you want to focus on yourself. You want to go do you. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying don't do that. But at the same time, there's a fine line to where you really need to know when you push something away too much, expect that it might not show back up again. So just be aware of that, and advice is kind of cautioning you on that. That if you ignore a situation, it's very possible during this time period and the way that Zodiac's changing and stuff like that, that this person or situation is probably going to disappear. Okay? So if you want, and it could be an air sign of some sort. Yeah, definitely an air sign. Maybe some water in their chart too, I don't know. But if it's not a person, maybe it's a situation that you're putting on the back burner. Maybe it's like a new business idea or something like that you started up. You're putting work towards it, now you're putting on the back burner. That's also possible. You know, and you're just withdrawing, focusing on other things that you want to basically get done. Okay, but you gotta ask yourself what's priority and what's worth your time and where you're investing it, okay? And there's nothing wrong if you find that this situation, whatever it may be in your life, is not worth your time and your energy, and you're fine with it being gone, then that's fine. That's all I'll say. Alright, let's get another message for you. Aries. What else do we have for our Aries? Two of Pentacles in reverse. Capricorn energy. Why is it happening? Page of Wands upright. Clarify Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Clarify Two of Pentacles in reverse. Aries doesn't even know about that. Clarify Page of Wands upright. I'm going to take that. Clarify Three of Wands. I don't know why I have to clarify so much in this message. I'm a little confused. Aries, this suggests your message with Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Swords. It kind of suggests to me that you are coming out to some extent of a period of healing, but at the same time, it could be lingering on. Okay, for every reversal, it always has the potential that it can be a worsening of it. Okay, so in this particular case, I think it could be for some of you. And this is what my intuition screams to me that it is. I don't know why. Okay, the Two of Pentacles in reverse is suggesting that there could be some type of emotional distress, a pain, or past situation that's still lingering. Okay, the Two of Pentacles in reverse is suggesting too many balls in the air between trying to balance your career, balance this emotional pain, balance shit in your life that's in general, just a lot of stuff that you have to do. And I do think that you're taking an active effort, especially with the Ace of Pentacles, on one of two things. Basically to try and mend all this bullshit, meaning that if you do have a lot of crap that you're dealing with in your life, and just a lot of things that are going wrong or feeling chaotic, in some cases you're just waking up and asking yourself, how the fuck do I do this? It suggests here that you are trying to embrace new opportunities and figure out new solutions to try and balance this out. And it could also be potentially, I'm just letting you know, potentially returning to somebody from the past, or it could be offering to basically work with somebody else. I don't know. Okay? It could be, and I think this is, I don't think this is particularly related. It's one of these situations why I was clarifying so much, is that because it's partially related to a person, I think, and a lot of it's not. It's like, so this is why the message is really confusing to explain. Because I think it could be, you know, you might have gone through a situation when you broke up with somebody, or you had a divorce, or you had something difficult that happened in your life, okay, and it caused some chaos. And I think that in this particular context, you're trying to find new solutions, opportunities, potentially just in business opportunities, or maybe take your mind off and just try and say, fuck it, let me just make a ton of money if I can, or maybe a new living situation, or whatever, I don't know, something where you can basically adopt something fresh and new that might change things up for you, okay? Your future actions, though, suggest here that there is imbalance, and the Knight of Pentacles is almost a dependence on others or something like that, so I don't know if some of you are having, this is not going to apply to all of you, I understand that, but the Knight of Pentacles in reverse can talk about somebody that's a bit of a gold digger. Now, a lot of you, I'm not saying you are, I'm saying that perhaps you could be dealing with somebody that has been trying to drain you, siphon off money from you. And the Justice in reverse here suggesting that's just fucking unfair. This could have been something in the past that's also, once again, causing the balls up in the air type thing, making your life a bit difficult. It's like a situation that basically financially drained you, or it caused a lot of instability in your life, where it's caused upheaval that you had to move, change jobs, do something different, and it just caused a lot of problems, which is probably why you're trying to explore how I can basically change the situation up. That's possible. Okay, the outcome does suggest, though, that there is going to be a little bit of a breakaway from basic traditions. I think in some cases here that there's going to be forward movement progress, so whatever you're putting your mind to as far as this opportunity here, it is going to go well. Okay? Now, I know a lot of you hate just hearing the word opportunity. Opportunity, what does that even mean, Wes? I mean, unfortunately, there's a million things it could mean. Like I said, a new living situation. Maybe it's you basically taking charge of your finances and really counting where every penny goes. A lot of different things. Unfortunately, a lot of different situations, so you're going to have to use your imagination on that. It does suggest, though, that, I mean, to be honest, if you've been taking action towards something that's going to better your life recently, and you've been putting actual work into it, it's probably something like that, something that you found out that was financial resources available to you. Or maybe there's a new place of employment that just opened up that wasn't there, and now you're like, oh my god, that's going to make things so much easier to get there, and they're hiring. Something like that. It does suggest you're going to basically just break your conventional ways of doing things, and you're going to have this epiphany where you're basically, I might have to bend the rules a little bit or do things a little bit different to basically get the outcome that I want. Okay? But, yeah. Your advice, though, is basically be optimistic at the same time, but if this is related to, like I said, if you do have somebody that's been financially draining to you and stuff like that, I'd be very cautious. Also, just on a relationship note here, Aries, that be very wary about approaching this person and having one of those situations where, you know, this person's been a little bit of like an asshole of some sort and really screwed you over and stuff. And, you know, it sounds batshit crazy for us to make peace with these kinds of people, but just be wary about if you're willing to do that, especially the Ace of Pentacles, reestablish something with this person. Just be aware that this person, I'm getting a sense, is not committal, and just be aware that, you know, sometimes things are unfair for a reason because the person's not willing to modify their behavior and they want to get their way and they're going to keep it unfair. So if you're dealing with a situation where there's a lot of tension around that, I'd be very cautious about spending your energy into that because it's not going to get you the results you want. If it didn't work the last time, odds are pretty good it's not going to work this time. And a lot of people say, well, boy, that sounds really negative, Wes. Well, here's the thing, folks. If a person shows up, they need to match your energy that you're putting into it. Just like I think Richard Lop, or Cooper, whatever his name. I can't remember his name, sorry. But he kind of points out a lot there. I mean, it's not particularly original stuff, but I mean, is that it's true that if you want to basically make something work with somebody from the past and stuff like that, that may have been non-committal, a little bit unfair, might have been a bit extending their hand into your pocket a little bit too much for money, or you've been supporting this person. If you go back to this person, ask yourself why you're doing it, and you know, is that person putting the same kind of effort you're putting towards it? If the answer is no, don't allow yourself to get bent out of shape over finding out that this person is still the same piece of shit they were, because it's going to get you into conflict. Suggesting, so in some cases, be careful. Like I said, don't allow it to escalate into shit like that, okay? For others of you, if it's not related to anything like that, just like I said, keep your eye on the ball. Focus on your commitments to whatever this opportunity that's coming through here. And you'll know what it is, trust me, it's not going to just like blindly skip on by it. It sounds like you're already making moves towards something here, Aries. Okay? But keep it up, do what you got to do, but at the same time, even if you are a bit unconventional going towards it, that's fine, but don't step on feet and start backstabbing people to get what you want. Okay? That's not a solution or advice to do that. Okay? I know that's a lot of people are like, oh, that's really harsh, I'll never do something like that. Well, who knows what it could be. The universe sees something as far as suggesting that as the advice. Almost like don't, and then we got a card of teamwork right here. So, I don't know. What is coming in for our Aries? What is coming in for our Aries? What is the universe bringing for our Aries? Come on. More shuffle. Whoa. A Two of Swords. I'm gonna take it. Reason it's happening. Why is the universe bringing in Two of Swords for Aries? Ten of Wands. Why does the universe want this? of Swords in reverse. Clarify. The Two of Swords. What's coming up for Aries? Tell me more about that. Give me 2 cards. What's the difficult decision? One. I wonder it came out. So Aries. Very interesting. This is tying in with your other message here. The one I just talked about. Okay. So, look what was in the outcome of that. Okay. 3 of Wands. And what is one of the swords? 3 of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Decision. And what's the other one? 8 of Pentacles. So, this is perfect energy because one basically talks about stagnation, playing it safe, not moving forwards, and the other one basically is full steam ahead, honoring your commitments and working hard on it. Why is it happening? Because you already feel that you're carrying a fucking heavy load. And I just talked about in your message as well, balls up in the air, possible dependence on others. Just talked about it. Okay? And you're feeling like, this is bullshit, I'm really having to do a lot here. It's unfair. I can understand why this might be coming through here with this 5 of Swords energy, probably suggesting that if somebody is feeling on burnout, that they're probably going to be somebody that's going to be on edge a little bit and almost want to snap. Kind of get pissy. Why the fuck am I in this? I shouldn't be dealing with this. I deserve better. I'm not getting it. Could be one of those situations that feels unfair a little bit. And bitter. Probably about something that happened in the past. I don't know. For some of you. Okay. Why the universe wants this is 7 of Swords in reverse. So we're going to have to clarify that. Clarify. The 7 of Swords in reverse. Universe, in some cases here, Aries, probably suggests here that the universe wants to expose that you've been up against a lot of obstacles and stuff like that you may not really be aware of in some cases. Like, it's almost like a grind that you're doing, but at the same time, it's like you're kind of... it's either that, or it's like, in some cases... like exposing blockages. That's what, exposing blockages. It's like the universe wants to expose that and something like that. So I think in some cases it's going to put you in some, perhaps that's what these messages are kind of talking about. It's like, it seems like you're busting your ass here, Aries, but at the same time it's like you're going back and forth between stagnation and then basically moving forwards. And it's like you feel at the same time you've got all this shit that you're dealing with and stuff like that. The universe wants to almost expose that for some reason. So I don't know if you're going to be faced with a very difficult decision. Something's going to happen where it's like you're going to basically come to crossroads. But I think the point of it is to basically try and get you to think about it and really understand what's like, why, what do I want? Do I basically want to put the brakes on things or want to move forwards? It's kind of interesting, like how your whole spread is here. And we also have what's funny in your first message, also talking about moving forwards with someone. So for some of you, might be honestly in a decision period where things are kind of on the brakes a little bit, and that's probably tying to your first and second message here. But the universe, I think, is overall trying to expose delays, things that are blocking you from moving forwards, and it kind of wants you to think about it. Have a good think. So, for others of you, this may not apply to you, I don't know, but this is what's coming through here, okay? So it does seem like you possibly have a situation between someone overall that you might be just going some back and forth, ignoring them a little bit. We've got another situation, we've got too many balls up in the air, probably about your progress or where you think you're going in life, maybe dealing with some bitter energy a little bit from something that happened in the past, somebody that you're a little tense with, or you feel has been really treated you the wrong way. You might be feeling you're carrying too much of a burden, essentially, in your life right now. And it's like in some cases, the universe is trying to kind of really get you to figure out and have a good think about all of this and really understand where your blockages are coming from. It's trying to expose it. So perhaps a lot of this is stuff to try and put the pressure, keep increasing the pressure a little bit to basically get you to basically crack a little bit. And I think for some of you, those are resonating that feel like you're going to crack. That's probably, I guess, what the universe wanted in some cases, because it'll get you to think about what's really worth it at this point in your life. You'll eventually start to say, you'll get to that point where it's like, I just can't do this shit anymore. So I'm going to have to think about what I can and can't do, because this isn't working. And it does suggest with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's not working. So, anyways, Aries, that's what I got for you. Sounds like you're going to have a little bit of a turbulent patch. But it does suggest, though, that the universe is doing it for your higher good. So I like it overall. It does suggest that, you know, you're growing as a person. I like it. All right. Sorry, no $1 million today, Aries, but hey, it is what it is. It does suggest, though, that the universe is going to open up the gates. For those of you who've been, there's a lot of focus here on money. So for those of you wanting money, it does seem like it's going to look good. As far as you, once you get past whatever this blockage is, something that's delaying you here. Could be a past lover of some sort that's really, that you keep having some beef with or something. Or divorce or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to take a break. Got 3 signs left to do. Capricorn, alright, let's see what the universe wants to bring in for you. Give me one message that the universe wants our Capricorns to know. What do they need to know right now? What do we have for our Captain Crunchcorns? Yes. Let's get one more shuffle. Three of Wands, Aries energy. Why is it happening? Aries energy again. A little bit of Pisces with the Queen of Wands. Alright, could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries energy again with the Vice. Jesus. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, apparently. Also got some Scorpio and Sagittarius energy. Okay. So, Capricorn, with the Three of Wands suggesting forward movement, communication, opening the lines. So you're going to have some situation of an opportunity where things could potentially go in a different direction. Might be something that you are actively working on hardcore. Okay. Why is it happening? Because you're, I guess, putting a lot of work into it. And it could also be another person that's in your life right now, if this is related to some type of situation with a fire sign of some sort. This person seems to be showing up attractive, charming, and trying to woo you a little bit, and possibly wants to just see where things could go with you. And you're like, yeah, maybe I do too. Okay? Your future actions is, once again, trying to balance the situation out. You might be trying to meet this person's needs and really reflect on what you need to do. Okay? Like thinking to yourself, it's like, how do I do this? You know? What hasn't worked in the past? What do I need to change? Maybe you're trying to basically find a way to basically mix water and fire together and see what happens. Okay, that's possible. Clarify the Judgment upright. Why is that the outcome? I'm going to take that. Ten of Swords in reverse. This probably suggests here, Capricorn, that you might be trying to release something that happened in the past, especially if it's with this person. This is a person that's been in and out of your life. So there's 2 ways I can look at this. Number one, this is a brand new person. If that's the case, then it could be just releasing a past situation that was burden, like a painful situation, and just saying, you know what, I'm on a new chapter in my life right now. I'm trying to balance things out. I want forward movement. If this is an existing person, it might be suggesting here that you're dropping whatever beef that you had with this person and just trying to basically say, you know, that isn't working for me, so I'm just going to try and balance it out. Okay, your advice is basically don't allow yourself to come at a crossroads where you're trying to pick between 2 different people or 2 different situations. Don't be sitting in the castle for too long. You got to make a decision. Okay, it does sound like you are optimistic about whatever the situation that's coming in is going to be basically around this Three of Wands energy, suggesting forward movement. Communication. So don't be sitting on the fence for too long. Okay, if you're trying to figure out, should I invest into it or not? Okay, you're going to basically have to make that decision quite quick. And I would suggest here in some ways that if you are basically on, you know, that type of person that would be faced with maybe a past lover that's coming back in that's really kind of charming you, but you're probably saying to yourself, I've already been through this before, they've done this before, and it didn't work out. Well, you probably have to make a decision at that point beforehand. If this situation hasn't happened yet, I would probably advise, who is that person that might be that person? That person that wants to basically, that's always been delays, blockages, and whatever, that you know has always been around in your life. If that person comes in, probably ask yourself, do you really want to have a path with them again? You know, think about it before it happens. Okay, so that way, when it does happen, you're locked and loaded and ready to go. Okay, if it's a new person, then it could be also, once again, choosing between two different people that are in your life. One could be somebody that's existing, once again, causing problems and issues and stuff in the past, you've had a lot of issues with, but you always had a lot of history with. On the flip side, this could be a brand new opportunity that's coming in to go in a different direction, releasing that pain and stuff like that and going forwards with it, and might work out, especially with the Wands energy there. So you might have to decide, who you're gonna go with? Are you gonna go with the past situation that hasn't really got you much results, or are you gonna basically go with something different and see where it goes? Okay, so that's what's coming through there. Let's get another message for you. Oh, a Lover's card there. Like I said, we've got 3 cards of Aries, so this could be potentially for some of you a brand new person that's a fire sign of some sort. Very enthusiastic person, maybe some air placements with the Lovers. Give me a situation. Give me a second message. What does the universe? You know, I'm just gonna take it. Fuck it. Lovers keeps coming down. So, why is it happening? Daydreaming, sitting under the tree. Sounds like some of you have been like, where is my next boo coming from? I am sick and tired of the options that have been faced with me. I want my soulmate. Well, it does sound like the universe is going to bring that in for you. Future action towards this potential soulmate for our Capricorns. Balance. Looks like you're going to basically try and meet them halfway. And what's amazing is that you also have another card, Temperance, in your other message. It sounds like this is a big focus for you, Capricorn, on trying to basically make things more equal give and take between you and whatever situation. Your messages right now, some of the other signs got a lot of stuff that was mixed, but yours definitely seems heavily focused on romance and love. What is the likely outcome? In Capricorn and this person. Could be some self-doubt. Bummer. Probably doubting whether it's going to work out. Clarify the Magician in reverse. What do we need to know? The outcome. Capricorn. I'll talk about that in a second. Clarify the advice. I'm sorry, not clarify. Give me one card of advice. I'm gonna take this 10 of fucking and this. Sorry, I have to take this. Your advice here is 10 of Cups in reverse, 2 of Cups in reverse, going to the Knight of Wands. Number 1, don't try and fucking revive a dead fucking horse. If you have a relationship of some sort that's already in the woodwork, I'm sorry, not in the woodwork, but in the past, that's basically stagnating. It's got flies all around it. Okay? It's a situation, didn't work, it failed. Don't be putting action towards that, because this is a situation, once again, letting you know, Capricorn, if this applies to you, don't be trying to play that. It's like, oh, I've got something brand new here, but at the same time, maybe I can reheat leftovers with something that I already know didn't work, and I could try and have a gander at it. No, Capricorn. No. Okay. Magician in reverse could be like self-doubt and kind of like worried about like almost being exposed, that it's like, you know, about your insecurities and things like that. It's like, why sabotage the situation? Don't. If you got somebody, you might have a potential soulmate connection coming in here. And it may not be this person that clearly has failed. A lot of people are like, well, this new person can't possibly be my soulmate connection, because this other person I've already established is my soulmate. And therefore, that's my soulmate. And it didn't work out with them. Well, that's the key word. It didn't work out. So maybe they're not your soulmate. Okay, so Think about that. Don't allow past baggage and stuff like that, especially with an ex of some sort that you didn't have things work out. Don't be trying to put energy into that shit and avoid stuff that's brand new for you. And it does sound like the universe is bringing something in. Why? Because you've been sitting under the damn tree for so long trying to, where's my boo? When's that coming in? Obviously, if there was a soulmate connection that you have or some person that you view as a soulmate, then why aren't you with them? Seriously. Well, I mean, I'm there with them sometimes. Are you with them right now? Because you're watching tarot. Apparently you're not. So, just saying. Do what you want, Capricorn. What's the universe bringing in for our Capricorns? Our Capricorns? What do we need to know? Nine of Wands. A situation that's really going to test you. It's going to put you through the ringer, the barbed wire. You're going to have to do some crawling and shit like that. Reasons it's happening. I'm going to take that double in reverse. Why does the universe want this? Why does the universe want this for our Capricorns? Got Sagittarius, double Sagittarius energy that I see. Gemini, Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn, yeah. Pisces, Cancer, Sagittarius, Leo energy. Page of Wands. Boom. Right there. Situation's going to test you a little bit here, Capricorn, and I have no doubt it will, because based on what I'm seeing here, it's probably going to see what you're going to do. Is Capricorn going to go back to somebody that they know doesn't work? Or are they going to embrace this new opportunity for somebody that could be a potential love bug? Why is it happening? Because they know that you're probably sitting under the fucking tree trying to say, I need to release whatever this toxic situation I've been in the past. And a lot of you may not apply to that, and that's fine, but this is what's coming through. Okay? Why the universe wants this? It wants better communication. It wants new ideas, things to go in a different direction. It wants new energy. Page is vigorous new plans, direction. Putting energy into something brand new. Not old, not stagnant, not flies sitting around it. Something brand new. And the universe knows that. And it knows that you're probably trying to disassociate, stop thinking about somebody from your past that you've had a lot of issues with and problems and ups and downs and whatever. And it probably knows that you want forward movement in your life. You want to basically grow, expand, be a better version of yourself. And it's trying to facilitate that. But at the same time, sometimes struggles kind of test us. Why? Because it makes us weak. Exposes our weaknesses, and then it starts to really see what we're made of. If we're going to fall back into old ways and do things like approach some fucking ex that didn't work out. Like, make a decision on basically, should I go back to that person or should I embrace something new? And the universe knows, well, if you want something new, it's there, but it's going to be a question of whether you want to take it or not. So I think, Capricorn, you have an opportunity coming through for you, and like I said, could be a really good opportunity here. But I think whoever this person is that's brand new, the universe is bringing in, they're going to probably show up under the radar. And it's going to be somebody that you might, once again, your mind and your attention could be focused on somebody else that it hasn't worked out with or it hasn't really gone anywhere. I'm not saying you guys were dating this person or whatever like that. Just be some situation that you're just focused on. Trying to mend it. Trying to fix something that can't be fixed. Wasting your time on that. And the universe is going to slip in an opportunity there, and it's going to be kind of seeing if you're going to take it or recognize it. So just be aware if something comes through. It's trying to help you out here, especially if you're in that situation of like, I'm trying to release this bullshit. I'm trying to move on with my life. Well, the universe recognizes that, but it's going to see if you really do want to do that. And it's going to throw in an opportunity, and this opportunity could allow you to do that. But if you're not ready, you're not going to see it. You're going to be focused on this other bullshit. You'll be stuck for a while. The universe will be like, well, you've got more lessons to be learned. Okay, that's what I got for you, Capricorn. So look out for that opportunity. It sounds like you got a potential soulmate connection coming through here. And you know, somebody that has the very good potential that down the road, if you give them enough attention, invest enough time, and not onto your whatever situation failed in the past, you invest your time in the correct places, it sounds like it will blossom, go somewhere really good. So the universe is just giving you a little bit of a pre-warning. I'll take it. Just saying. Yeah. Alright. Going to Aquarius now. What do we have for our Aquas? What does the universe want our Aquarius to know right now? Give me one message, please. Might have a Cancer here. Queen of Cups upright. Could have a romantic offer of some sort or some type of proposal, some sort coming in here. Queen of Wands in reverse energy with the Aries. And why it's happening. Nine of Cups, Pisces energy in reverse. Your future action. Clarify, clarify Nine of Cups in reverse. Why is Aquarius future action? Nine of Cups in reverse. What do I need to know? Aquarius, you have a situation here with somebody that could be potentially a water sign of some sort, likely Cancer. The Queen of Cups, upright. Why is it happening? Because there's been a lack of forward movement, there's been non-committal energy. This person, whoever they are, probably has not committed to you, has been on and off with you. Okay, your future action here suggests here, the Nine of Cups in reverse, suggesting that you're not very optimistic about the situation. In fact, that you basically have seen a lot of failures in it and you're not so sure about it, especially the Nine of Swords in reverse. There's been very little action towards the situation. In some cases, you're almost hesitant, doubting it a little bit. Okay, you might also feel, given that it's water energy with that Nine of Cups, that you might feel that this person has been a little bit clingy and needy in the past. It's possible. Okay, what's interesting here is your outcome is suggesting Four of Wands. There's going to be stability here. So my question is, how the fuck does that happen? Okay, how is the Four of Wands the outcome? How does that happen? Four of Pentacles. This almost suggests here in some ways there's going to be stability within yourself, though, not so much the situation. So perhaps you feel a bit more grounded now that you can actually do something with the situation. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. I don't know why the outcome is the Four of Wands. You got fours for both the outcome and why is that? Two of Wands. Doesn't make any sense. Of course, I don't know what that means. Aquarius energy with the star. Give me a minute here, Aquarius. I'll be honest with you, Aquarius, I have no idea how that turns out to be the outcome. Okay, what I do know is it's something that you've been manifesting to happen. You've been wanting and hoping that it will. We do know that. Okay, but it does also suggest here in some cases that you're stuck a little bit. Once again, there's been delays. Been playing it safe, worrying about yourself, your own hide a little bit, focusing on what you have where you're at in life, and you've basically been, there's a lot of basically like reclusive energy to yourself. Energy here. But whatever the case is, you are going to have a situation with a water sign that's going to come up. And basically want to be flirty with you, want a deeper connection with you, kind of give those signs. How long it's going to last, I have no idea, Aquarius. But whatever the case is, it does seem that when this person does do it, you're going to be interested. I think it's coming from, to be honest, you're coming out of a period of being alone, kind of to yourself, focusing on yourself, and then this person's going to pop up and you're going to be open and reciprocal to it. It's something that you've been wishing for, hoping for. The universe is going to bring it. It is going to bring temporary stability. You're going to be happy with what you've had with the situation. But at the same time, what's interesting is that the advice here, strength in reverse, is saying that if you want this to work, don't give up on it prematurely, number one, and don't basically just feel like it's a failure. And I know that sounds crazy. It's like, why would I think that? Well, if you're in a situation where you're kind of feeling really like things aren't going so well in your life and you're kind of having to really struggle to keep afloat, hold on to what you got, you know, and you feel like you're oftentimes stuck in a rut type thing, well, odds are pretty good that your optimism about where you're going in life in general is probably not that good. And the universe is saying, don't do that. Be optimistic. If you want something to work, we're going to bring it back to you because you've been wishing for it. Yeah, you have. So we're going to bring it for you. But just remember, if you want it to work, be optimistic. It can work, Aquarius. I mean, if you got your finger on the eject button prematurely, yeah, that kind of says to the universe that you're already expecting to eject. So it's not a good way to look at it. But yeah. Let's get a second message for our Aquas, please. I get a second message for our Aquarius, please. What do they need to know right now? You've got some brand new communication coming through. Someone that's going to want to open up the probably this fucking water sign of some sort. Water, fire sign, maybe. Nine of Wands in reverse. So, in some cases, once again, Aquarius, this is almost pointing out that something you gave up on, something that you stopped fighting for, the situation. I almost wonder if it's related to this first message. Something that you stopped fighting for. Okay, there's going to be new communication. Once again, I think both these messages, unfortunately, are going to be tied together. The universe wants to make this a strong focus. Oh boy. Oh boy. Future action. This could be somebody that you've really struggled to detach from, Aquarius. Somebody that you know is basically a little person that's like the devil on your shoulder, that basically shows up at the worst times when you're trying to basically get through a different phase in your life, grow as a person, and it's just like, boy, they always have a great sense of timing when they just show up and they're like, hi, it's me. Oh, I noticed that you were trying to change your life there, but I thought I'd pop up. You haven't heard from me for a month, I know, but I'm here. I'm like, fuck. My weak spot. Let's see. Sounds like somebody that you know you had an obsession with in the past. What is happening? Delays. Oh, God. Oh, we got contradictions here. Wands and reverse. So this is suggesting here, Aquarius, when this person comes, that could be somebody that you've had attachments with. Take it slow. Don't rush. Okay. You know, this is that type of situation where things are going really good and all you start spilling the beans. Like, oh yeah, I missed you. Oh yeah, everything's so good that you're back again and we can move forwards and let's go thing. And the advice is suggesting here, slow it down. Don't be so optimistic there. Let this person work a little bit. What do you mean? I have to basically let this but if I don't do something, I have to do something, because if I don't do something, then this person might leave. The universe is saying don't do that. It's not saying don't work with this person. It's just saying if you're the type of person that is like quite happy when this, this toxic person suddenly reappears and you've had a period of silence with this person, or you haven't talked with them for a period of time, or the situation that you've been attached to, it's like that's fine. But maybe you need to take a break as far as trying to always do everything. Maybe let this person do something, okay, if they're going to do it. Okay, so stop trying to basically be that person that's going to be throwing around, we can do this, we can do that, and I'll fix this, and I'll do that. It's like, no. Let them do that, Aquarius. Okay? If they're the ones that wanted to detach last time, let them do it. You don't need to be fucking trying to do it. What's coming in for our Aquarius? What is the universe bringing in for our lovely Aquarius? Death in reverse, a situation. I'm telling you right now, Aquarius, this has got to be related. This is one singular situation through all your messages. It's got to be something that's really been challenging you. Some situation. I'm getting a strong sense as a lover of some sort. Unfortunately, some of the outside got like mixed messages about career, finance, and stuff. This seems like it's over some toxic situation with some person. Something that has not moved forward. It's been stuck. It's always stuck. Stuck. Stuck is the keyword. Stuck. There you go. Fucking reason it's happening because things aren't moving forward. How about that? How does the universe want this? It wants forward movement, Aquarius, so it's bringing back a situation. Here's the thing. You've got a lot of energy here. Look at that. 8 of Wands in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse. What is that all saying? Giving up. Queen of Wands in reverse. You got so much fucking fire energy. It's ridiculous, Aquarius. Like, just heaps of it. Heaps of energy suggesting here delays. Communication that's being stifled. Not moving forwards. Basically sitting on your bum a little bit. Just like not really sure which way to go about things and stuff like that. And it seems around some toxic situation that you've had really hard time letting go. And the universe is like, well, we're still at this situation. I'm going to bring it back for you once again. Why am I bringing it back for you? Because you need to start evaluating where this situation is going. Eventually, you're going to reach a point where there's so many roadblocks that it's like it's undeniable that it's there. It's like I can't ignore it. You know, and it's like you'll get to a point where you're getting so sick of things not moving forwards in your life in general because of situations that are delaying you that you're going to basically look and say, I've had enough of this. This is how it is. I'm moving on. I have to do certain things to basically get my life moving forwards. And it's like, if this person comes through, it's like, this is the ground rules. This is what I can offer you. Take it or leave it. Goodbye if you don't want to take that. Okay? The universe basically wants you to be firmly on your throne. Somebody that's basically going to take decisive action, know what the fuck you're doing, fight for what you want to fight for, basically believe in yourself and do it. The universe believes you can absolutely do it. Okay, but there seems to be a situation here, Aquarius, that's testing you. That's the key word here. It's really testing you here, and stagnation. Okay, and it's trying to resolve that. And it's clear on why it's happening, 8 of Wands in reverse. So, that's what I got for you, Aquarius. Okay, so be prepared for a situation that's probably going to be just out of the blue communication or someone, you know, potentially from somebody. Unfortunately, I'm not really getting this as a career or anything related to that. It seems to be around some situation with a person that has really caused a lot of stagnation in your life, or delays, for that matter. Okay, so you're going to be challenged with that. The universe seems to want to do that, basically try and get you to the point where you start getting so sick of all the delays and problems that you really start to question whether it's worth entertaining this. Can it be done or can it not be done? You know, you're quite willing and generous and liberal with the time, so if you want to basically spend the next 5 years doing that, well, you can do that, but the universe will keep bringing it back around for you. Until you basically say, I need to change. Done with this, I need to change. So, that's what I got for you, Aquarius. Good luck with you. Okay. So yeah, if you've been wanting to hear from some person that you've got a bit of an obsession with, or, you know, somebody that you've had an infatuation with, how would you know that? Somebody that's been in your life for years on end, somebody that you keep making peace with, somebody you keep trying to make it work with, that's that person. Okay? If that's not you, then I guess, I don't know, messages don't apply. Maybe it's about something else I didn't pick up on. It's just what the card showed me, so I Maybe you're just having a bland day. It's not related to you. There's nothing wrong with that. The universe is like, you're doing good. You don't need to know anything. Cancer, we're doing you next. What is the universe bringing in for our Cancer? Get some good shuffles here. Brand spanking new opportunity of some sort. Okay, there's going to be something that's coming in, something that's going to be in your vicinity for growth as far as your career, growth as far as a business. Could be a potential apology of some sort, or somebody that's coming through here who's going to basically make amends with you. Why is it happening? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. There's been some delays. I think this is going to be strongly related here to business or finance, or just your general, I don't know, your financial income of some sort. It seems you're a Cancer that if you may not have, some of you may not have very strong goals or commitments on what the hell you're doing with your life. For others of you, it just feel like there's always financial setbacks. It does seem like the universe is bringing you something. What's it going to be? I don't know. What future action is Cancer going to take towards those? The Devil card. Oh, Cancer. Sounds like there could be some, oh God, King of Pentacles. No. Cancer, you might have an opportunity here with the Capricorn. Just letting you know. Some type of earth sign, for sure, hands down. Gonna come through here with the Magician, the King of Pentacles, going to the Devil. Somebody that you've had a toxic commitment with. It's going to be, let's work in this. Let's basically see where it can go. Be very cautious when you're getting offered something by the devil. Jesus. Not a good. What is the likely outcome? What is the likely outcome between Cancer and this person? Let's see how it goes. Five of Swords first. Oh God. Clarify the Five of Swords in reverse. I don't need to know about that. Oh, okay. So it's possible that there will be a new opportunity with this person here, Cancer. So it's going to be somebody here that you've had a lot of history with, somebody that you've been very addicted to, can't seem to shake. Probably a connection that failed a lot of times, caused a lot of problems in your life. What's the advice here? So, it does seem like there's going to be a new start with this. Advice is like, wow, I guess embrace it. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you got Page of Cups right there. So embrace it, see where it goes. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know where the demo is. Maybe it's just maybe it's just an earth sign, like a Capricorn of some sort. Okay. So it does seem like it's going to work out. Give me another message for our Capricorns, please. One more message. What does our Capricorns need to know? So yeah, it does sound like you have somebody that is coming through that's going to shake things up for you. Oh, we got Queen of Wands in reverse for your second story. Fire sign of some sort, Queen of Wands, things that have not been moving forward with. Why is it happening? Two of Cups. So maybe it's this situation that I was just talking about. Maybe even wanting a situation to happen. Like, a connection between each other. it might have been like there's been just like maybe your love life or something like that, or just like the fun, the pizzazz and stuff has been lost. And fuck, I don't know. Let's see what your future actions are. Interesting. Let's cancel future actions towards this. King of Pentacles in reverse. God. You know what's funny here is that we have King of Pentacles going to the Devil card. And now we have it reversed here. What's the likely outcome? Oh man. I'm just letting you know I was almost going to take it because we got 3 of Pentacles in reverse and the Lovers here in reverse, suggesting it wouldn't work. But let's see what else comes through here. Four of Cups in reverse. That's not particularly bad. Get the advice. Clarify 4 of Cups in reverse for the outcome. Whoa, and we got Knight of Swords in reverse. I'm gonna take that. What in the Lord? And Star Energy. Clarify King of Pentacles in reverse. Why is Cancer's feature action the King of Pentacles in reverse? 5 of Cups in reverse. Cancer, this is almost suggesting here, here's the thing, I'm going to be honest with you, this is tying in with your first situation. So if you have some toxic person that you've had problems with back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth type thing, or you've had situations with this person where you really cared about this person but it never quite worked out with, maybe you felt they were cheating on you, maybe they were doing crap behind your back, I don't know. Okay, it does suggest here in the second message that there's going to be delays with this. Okay, this person may be non-committal. And the Queen of Wands in reverse is not a good energy. It could be on your side, their side, I don't know. But it's suggesting here problems. Why is it happening? 2 of Cups. Suggesting here that in your first message, if this, this romantic proposal, whatever, like, let's get back together, let's do something, yeah. End the fighting, things are going to go well, brand new opportunity. Things are going to go well. There's probably going to be delays again, okay? And it's probably because this advances from just the proposal to we're in a relationship now. But once again, there's going to be delays and stuff like that, okay? It's saying your future action here is King of Pentacles in reverse and 5 of Cups in reverse, suggesting that you'll get over something, but it's going to be done so extremely slow. So there might be unresolved issues that are still lingering about you and this person that are going to probably impede the situation. 4 of Cups in reverse suggests that you're getting out of that situation, the disappointment, no longer worrying about it, but at the same time not vocalizing, not talking about it. So it's like, it's kind of like in some cases like, you're not taking action towards doing that, because the Knight of Swords upright would be somebody that would absolutely do that. It'd be like communicating, I'm done with this shit. But at the same time, it's like, I'm keeping quiet about it. I'm not really happy with the situation, and I'm gonna just move on type thing, but I'm still at the same time like not gonna just openly discuss that. I think there might be, I guess what I'm trying to say here, Cancer, without all the the mental gymnastics, is that I think this is a situation that probably will start up, move forwards a little bit, but at the same time it's going to come to a standstill because there's still like past issues that are kind of lingering in. And advice here is talking about communicating that if you really want this to work, basically you have to be extremely, not only manifest it. Number one, manifest it to work. Be optimistic it'll work, but at the same time, be communicative. You know, open your mouth. Basically say that you really are wanting things to move full forwards and you're willing to do what it takes to make it work. Okay? There seems to be some degree of hesitancy about like, yeah, I'm like 70% in, but 30% not. Well, it needs to be 100%, not 70%. Well, 70% is pretty good, Wes. It needs to be 100%. Yeah. 100%? 100%. Yeah. So the universe is kind of saying that, yeah, it could work. Perhaps you can transform the situation from something that could have been a little bit toxic. Maybe it'll work, but you need to really kind of focus on full commitment. And also make sure you write down exactly what your expectations are, so you know to yourself what you're getting yourself into. When that starts to fall through, then you know when to walk in the situation. Okay? But at the same time, it's a confusing situation here, Cancer, I'll be honest with you, because it kind of suggests you are open to it, but at the same time, there's also some stagnation here. It's things that could basically suggest you're getting over things, but then it's like growing slowly and kind of... What is the universe bringing in for our Cancers? What's the universe bringing in for our Cancers? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Could be some delays. God, and we've got the King of Pentacles in reverse there too. So there's going to be some financial delays for sure. And it could be just a connection with that person. It could just be slow growth as far as their commitments to you. Might be a bit slow to close. Why is it happening? Queen of Pentacles. What the fuck? There's a huge focus here on stability, Cancer. Like just your monetary, your career, business, job. I don't know. Is there like an issue with that? Do you guys have a place to live? Is that the problem here? You got massive Pentacle energy here. A lot of it. Seems to be a heavy focus. Like, are you concerned about this person not being able to meet to be with you because they're just lazy, or they basically don't honor their commitments? Like they say they're going to basically bring in $5,000 and they're only bringing in $500. I don't know, something around that. But it's like there's a heavy emphasis on that, and also talking about your goals and where you're going. Like, do you guys align with that? Who's doing what? Founding something brand new with each other. It's like, I don't know. There's some like questioning about that. Why does the universe want this? Ten of Cups. Whoa. So it's like the universe hears you, Cancer. Look, Ten of Cups. The universe is trying to get you there, but I think it's trying to align you guys together. Okay, so you guys basically need to be aligned better with each other. Okay? And I just talked about goals and stuff like that. Perhaps there's an issue with that. Okay, and what you guys are exactly doing and how you guys are working as a team. Cohesion. Okay, so just be careful about that. And once again, that's part of the star energies coming out. It's like you need to really write it down, know what you want. Basically, this is my dream, this is what I want to the universe. Make it happen. And it's not just sit on it, it's basically act on it. Basically do the part that you can do. You can't control the other person, but you can control what you do. So that's what I would suggest here. And the universe has been listening. If you're the type of person that's been, I want a stronger commitment that's going to stand the test of time between somebody that cares about me. I can have a loving connection, have not only a loving connection, but a family connection. Something that can really grow and prosper into something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling for me. But I can feel that close connection. And that's why the universe wants it. So it knows, for those of you who've been asking for that, it knows about that. Okay? But there's a strong focus on stability, the materialistic side of life, and just the physical planes, just basically trying to get grounded as far as your finances go, your goals, your commitments, where you guys align with each other on that. It's not just the emotional department. You guys can have that all day long, but if there's no stability, it's just the relationship's going to be on the rocks. So that's what I got for you, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed that message. But you are my last sign that I'm reading for, so they're just messages. Obviously, take them or leave them. You don't have to. Life is supposed to help you in some ways. Get some advice here. But if you did enjoy this video, please like, share, and subscribe. It'd really help my channel grow, and I'd really appreciate that. But without further ado, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.